on with the
Video
show?
games. I love video games, you know, especially fun ones where you play the video game.
Those
That's
are
my
some of
favorite
my
kind of video game.
favorites. They have been some of my favorites, at least in the past. I haven't actually played many video games, at least in that genre, in the recent years.
Of course.
They sort of had their heyday back in around like 2005.
Mm-hmm.
You still see like spiritual successors every now and then, but
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Nowadays,
For the
there's
time
all
being,
these video games where you just watch a movie. So
we're having
it's quite
fun.
sad.
Wait, are you playing the game right now? Or are you actually?
Yeah,
or is
I'm
this
playing the game.
Yeah. For a second, I don't know why I thought this was still the intro like cutscene because I'd looked away. I didn't see you like actually sign to the characters. So I was like,
Wait,
is
what's
the
that?
intro cutscene still playing? And it's just going. I didn't realize we were actually into it. Let's do it. It's been a good old fashioned week.
Who has freaking?
And in proper fashion, I'm actually feeling quite weak right now. Not in any sickness way. Actually, almost in a sickness way. But I know what it's from.
Mm-hmm.
Before we actually did the stream, like 2 hours ago, she came up to me. She was like, "Hey, I need your help with something." Because I'm good with technology. There's about 50 some odd year difference between me and my mother. So there's technology is not her forte. She's better than she once was. She's definitely come a long way, but even still, she definitely needs my help from time to time. And we had a family friend. They had hearing aids, and they stopped working. So she was like, "I need your help. I can't get it to work. You put the battery in, but still not 100% sure." She looked up a manual online, but if you've ever tried to use one of those things, usually it can get more confusing. It can just make it more confusing. There's a weird thing actually, which I've definitely picked up on a lot whilst working at the front desk and just talking to people about medical things, that they will understand what's going on and they will be able to inference and just make a logical assumption or conclusion until they get confused. They'll be able to use context clues to sort of figure out what's going on until they're stumped by one thing. Then they will no longer use context clues. They will just be confused and shot. Where it's oh yeah, and then this is doing well, this is great. Your TSH and one is wait, what's going on, huh? After as soon as something like that has happened, it's just they are lost and they just cannot find their way back for some reason, even though they were perfectly able to sort of figure things out. But whilst we were doing, we were messing around trying to get it to work. I had to put it the little thing up to my ear and then press the buttons. Eventually, we figured out I gotta hold the thing down. Then you just start pressing the buttons, and eventually, the volume was really down low on them. Crazy stuff.
Oh.
How you doing? I'm talking about messing with hearing aids and trying to get them to work. We've actually started to get them to work. And it was oh yeah, this is great. Oh man, good job, team, you freaking did it. But about 30 minutes after we'd done that, spent I don't know, 20 minutes with those little things in our ears trying to figure out how it works. I've just been feeling dizzy and a little disoriented from it. I've just been feeling dizzy and disoriented, and I think it's probably I would turn the volume up too loud on those things, or too high, or something like that. Because also, the way hearing aids are made is that they're designed specifically for your ear. So they don't work just the same for everyone's ear. They won't fit properly or stuff like that. So I may also have just been using it a little bit incorrectly from how I was supposed to. I have no idea how it works. I have no idea what I can do correct or I could do wrong with a hearing aid. But I'm now dizzy, slightly mildly dizzy, and mildly disoriented. So I might be a little bit out of it for this stream because I may have just I may have just done some sonic hearing things to my head.
Oh, no.
I was also feeling nauseous, but that has gone away, which is good. It's a good sign that with any luck, it's getting better. I will not be disoriented the whole stream. But as things stand, I'm still a little wobbly and woobly.
Wibbly wobbly.
You will have to deal with me as I deal with myself.
Sonic
for the time
Heroes
being.
hearing.
I have Sonic Heroes earrings in right now.
Yeah.
I got my ears pierced just for them.
I'm sure you did.
They're like the little rings, except one says Team Sonic, and the other says Team Rose. I didn't have enough money to get the other ones. What are you doing? Did he just do 400 damage?
You just did 400 damage to her team. Oh god, how dare you now?
Wow! That was a lot of damage. She's dead. Wow, that's crazy.
Well, I guess we have to leave now. Great.
Well, it was nice. It was nice being here. It was fun whilst it lasted. Man, this game is not.
I'm remembering. I'm getting back into it now. I'm just upset.
The other thing is I've been playing. I've been playing what other like RPG games recently. I guess it's sort of an RPG game. No, I'd say it is, but tactical RPG. Sure, I've been playing a little bit of that recently. So, you know, it's like it's got all like the new bells and whistles. And it's much more like streamlined. I'm just like looking at this. I'm just like, ah, man, just teleport out. Oh, yeah. Can't teleport out of the dungeon. And no way, there's no way to like, you just have to like deal with everything. Like, oh man, you know, there's a charm to it. But I think the charm usually comes a bit more with nostalgia. Also, because I was playing that game just earlier today. It was great. By the way, I'll say what it was. I was playing Pokemon Hero. No, not Pokemon Heroes. Pokemon
Hero.
Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX. What's the rescue team? Pokemon Rescue Team Mystery Dungeon DX. What's the name of the game? Oh no. Ivy, what's the correct name for the game?
I don't know, Mystery Dungeon. I've never played any of the Mystery Dungeon games. God damn it, you just freezing them.
But I've been playing that game. It's been very, very fun. I actually just beat it earlier today, and I cried.
No.
And I cried at the end.
I'm
it was
crying
very
right
heartfelt
now.
and very touching. If you do, it'll be a very, what's that word? It's not heat syncope. That's a different thing. It's a very cacophony? No, that's not the word. Serendipity.
Serendipity?
Did it.
What?
Serendipity. I almost cried today, and now you're almost crying. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's the beauty of life sometimes. How everything just sort of works out like that. It's like it was meant to be.
I think this is the beauty of life right here. Just somehow not dying there.
That beauty where you can get it.
Yeah. Speaking of other RPGs, I finally got back into playing Persona 3 again after like a year of not playing it, after getting halfway through the game, and oh my god, it's so good. I forgot how much I love playing Persona
I forgot
games.
how much you love playing.
Yeah. No, I forgot how good Persona games were, honestly. And I picked it up. I was like, oh my god, I'm actually having fun playing an RPG. It's been so long. Well, I mean, I've played through all of Xenoblade, but like a turn-based RPG. I feel like this game is somewhat tarnished by view. Because it's just like there's so nothing happening. I'm just like, God. I'm playing Persona 3, and it's just making this feel so much worse.
Oh yeah, I just need to take a step back. I thought you accused me of something. I thought you said this game is made so much worse by you. And I don't know what you said.
No.
And I'm also starting to take offense. I'll be honest. Also, but by the way, Star, A1, good job being DQ11. Dragon Quest, good game. Highly recommend it. I haven't even beaten it yet, but it's still a fun game. Now that I've beaten Mystery Dungeon, I can actually move on. No, I haven't beaten Mystery Dungeon. There's a lot of post-game and epilogue to Mystery Dungeon. Oh my god. I wanna... You said you haven't played any of the Mystery Dungeon games?
I've never... I like, touched one of the ones for the DS, and then, like, never again, because I played it in the car, and if I play video games in the car, I immediately get nauseous, and so now, every time I think of Mystery Dungeon, I just think of being nauseous, and I can't bring myself to touch them.
That's like... That's one of those things that's usually it's usually not a car ride. It's usually like I like nausea is one of those things that will turn you off of something.
No, the thing is, I just get carsick extremely easily. And so if I like look at something that isn't outside of the if I'm looking at anything inside of a car that isn't directly outside the window, I will just get carsick immediately. And so like that was like an extended period of me like playing through like maybe an hour or two of the game and just feeling unbelievably nauseous the entire time, and I've never played a video game in a car ever since.
Well then, that sucks a lot. I was always pretty good with it, but it was pretty quickly on in life that we started just like, yeah, just give the kid Dramamine. Works like a charm, though it does make you tired. It's beautiful. But I very much have been a fan of not Dragon Quest. No, I have been a fan of Dragon Quest, but that's unrelated. I have been very much a fan of Mystery Dungeon games. I actually had
good games. I just
they are.
I don't know. I just I can't think of them without being nauseous. It's like a weird like guttural reaction that I have. I don't know why.
No, it's very understandable.
I know the exact reason. It's just really
you do know the very. You don't need to go to therapy for that when you've already figured it out.
Reason as to why I can't play Mystery Dungeon games.
You don't need to like go under hypnosis. You've already got that in the front of your mind. I will say, however, take some Dramamine and try playing the game. It's definitely worth it. I played a Red Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team Mystery Dungeon Pokemon when I was a kid. It was like one of the first games. I think it was like the third or fourth video game I actually like got for my Game Boy. I really loved it. One day, just lost it, broke my little dang heart in twain and a half. And then many years later, when I got a 3DS, I was like, man, I love that game so much, and I got Blue Rescue Team. I actually ended up beating the game that time because I didn't get too far the first time. I was kind of like a dumb kid who's stupid, who's a little dumb crap, as they say in the places. I was very good at video games. I didn't understand Pokemon. I didn't know how to do things very well. Like even like basic concepts somehow. Like I like when I first played Mario Kart Double Dash. I don't know how. It was just like, yeah, I always just get 8th. I feel like I'm doing everything correct, and just it felt like nothing was changing. But just every now and then it was like, oh, now I've now got 7th place. That was like incredible. I don't know what I've done differently. It's just working now. It's just one of those things. Over time, just got better at Pokemon, even though I have no idea what I'm doing even still. I don't know how I'm doing anything different than when I was a 5-year-old kid. But, let me tell you this. He wasn't very good at video games. Also, I will say, the old Mystery Dungeon, like Red and Blue, which Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX is based off of. It's a remake of those. It's actually pretty cool. It has like
the blue one was the one that I played.
That was the DS one, so it makes sense.
I mean, I could have my freaking.
They were the first ones
DS
in the series.
Right here. I could just find out.
Again, I'm like dizzy and disoriented, so this is hard for me to talk and concentrate.
I'm also just feeling nauseous now because thinking about Mystery Dungeon.
Again, try some Dramamine. It works. It'll make you tired, but it works.
Oh, wait. Is this the right one?
I'm losing it. Oh, sorry. I remember what I was going to say. God, I really am losing.
I think that's the right one.
It's a remake of those games. It's sort of actually like a combination, sort of like the Emerald is to Ruby and Sapphire, just decades and decades later with modern, like, advances and what's the thing where things become easier and streamlined? It's much more streamlined in a lot of ways. They have like changed and removed a few features, and they've like added a couple things here and there that make it like easier and very much more accessible, as well as just changing like the difficulty curve a bit, and adding some new content or taking content that was like event only, and just adding it to the base game, things like that. And then also there were version exclusive like Pokemon here and there, like Plus or Mine and Red and Blue respectively. I think that was respectively. I actually don't know. I don't know why I said respectively if I really wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. But you can now get both Plus or Mine and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about any version exclusives. Also, it has like it was made in Gen 3, so when Gen 4 came out, and it was like Now there's like Roselia, Roserade, and Badoo. At the time, it just had Rosalia. Now it has all the evolutions or pre-evolutions that have come and gone since. Available. It's pretty cool. It's a good game.
The game I played is Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. I only remember it being blue because it's blue.
I had time.
I
played that one too. I played that one as well.
And that's why I
that one
thought
as much as the first two, but I thought it is still a good game. I enjoyed that one a lot. But the first games I definitely had as younger kids, so I definitely am more nostalgic for them. They definitely do mean a lot. So when this game came out, I was like, whoa! I was like, a few months ago, I was replaying Red Rescue Team on an emulator, and I was having a good time. So now this came out. Oh man, this is freaking sweet! I'm gonna give it a go, because it looks beautiful and whatnot, and it's cool. However, I only got so far, so I didn't remember everything. I was still like going into it with a lot of things. I was like, I'm not 100% sure. There's some things I can't believe. I am going to spoil one thing about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX and Red and Blue Rescue Team. You don't get to evolve Pokemon until you've beaten the game.
Oh, interesting.
It is absolutely ridiculous and absurd. I knew it happened pretty late and took a while to actually get to that point. I didn't remember that yet. Oh, you have to beat the game. Again, there's a lot of epilogue and post-game content. So it's like you've really only gotten like three-fifths of the way to like half of the way. You've only seen like that much content to that point, but it's still technically the end. You beat the game. Good job. But it's just like, wow. It's ridiculous. Oh man. But I beat the game. I got to evolve my Pokemon. They're cool. They're now bigger and tougher, and it makes me very happy. I chose what do you call it? I chose Trico and Machop, and they were my buds. It was cute. And again, I cried I cried at the end of the game. It actually got me. I can't believe it, but it was great. I had a real fun time playing it. And so it makes it hard to watch this.
Hammering in the background that you can hear. Just in general.
Was that a gunshot? Oh my god.
Those gunshots? Oh my fucking
shit.
god.
They just don't relent.
It just keeps like, getting worse.
After playing like Mystery Dungeon, having all these like nice like modern like just simplified like easy baby game additions, I didn't even see him. I was so confused for a second.
They just teleport into you and fucking ruin your day. It's the worst.
Actually teleports behind you. Not
literally teleports behind Nothing Personnel Kid. Just multiple kids.
Mm-hmm. I'm absolutely offended. I'm very upset. But with all like the streamlining, in like Mystery Dungeon, that makes it so much easier and like faster to play. And then to just sort of jump into this like real quickly after, and it's a lot slower. Again, this game is even with I definitely like thought this even before having play another game to sort of compare it against. Even though they're definitely not adjacent games, there's not much to compare. But Earthbound is just clunky.
Yeah, it's kind of just.
Again, not to say I hate Earthbound.
Just like the systems in place are just so. Yeah, I guess
obtuse.
Clunky. Well, obtuse.
Not obtuse, but just like. It's obtuse in that it's like
why did you do it like that?
It's obtuse and like why did they do it like that? I guess it's just hard to wrap your head around. Like, I mean, like you could definitely with the feel of the game, it kind of you understand it was like in the design doc to make it a bit weird and just like confusing. Be like, why did they do that? Is a bit maybe even a bit of the weirdness aesthetic of the game sort of fits, but. It's I don't know. It's definitely very, very present. Like, what the heck? Come on, why has it got to be so unfriendly? Monkey's love?
What is
the love of a monkey?
What does it do?
It can be used during battle.
What does it do?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know when we got it. I'm more confused that it's not like the most recent thing, which means we've had it for a little bit. I just never noticed. Brain food lunch. Oh,
I'll save that.
wow. That's tough.
PSI caramel. Okay.
Bonk.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Cool. Also, not very useful for hurt.
No. Okay. Great.
Honestly, there is still a part of me that's kind of just like, why do we really have all these healing things on hurt?
I don't know.
There's a part of me that still does question
to be
that.
on her. There's no reason.
I mean, there was a certain point where like, oh, she's going to be...
in this game is just so fucking ludicrous that like, just I don't care who has what anymore.
There definitely was a point where we were like, no, she's gonna have all the healing items on her.
I don't know
and
why
he's gonna have this or that.
It's just sort of...
Him's gonna have the key items, and then Sam's gonna have the technology broken items that he can fix. I don't know why we still have like her carrying all the pizza and whatnot. When it's
this is the place where you get the
like,
Sword of Kings.
Rand is useless.
What enemy? Wait, what's the enemy that fucking drops it?
It's super rare, apparently, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, we could use save states to fucking cheese it.
That's an idea I've just heard today, but
like,
I'm not going to say it's the best
we
one.
could just make a save state, kill him, and then, like, if he doesn't drop it, reload. Like,
I'm not going to say it's the best one. I want to know what the drop rate is a little bit before we actually
Starman's
say,
super
yeah,
in the next
let's
area.
go farm.
Okay. There's a gold Starman in the next area. Okay.
The gold Starman waiting in the sky.
Yeah. He's waiting for us. Does freeze work on that guy?
Nope, they're different rows, I guess. Or, no, wait, freeze isn't the multi-hit.
120.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's what? Fucking 0.6% chance? Something like that?
Oh, no. I don't really know
Not
math
good is
very
what
well.
it is.
No, absolutely not. But, do you want to try?
Oh, I mean, why not? If Next can actually do damage with it, that would be nice.
I mean, he can kind of do damage, I think. It's a little
Not
bit
with
above
physical
0.6.
attacks much, and he like barely has any 1.7. I was close. I was close.
It was pretty close.
I was 0.2% off.
Oh, good enough.
0.8%.
I mean, if it's worth a try, it's just how long do we actually want to spend on it is the real question of the day. She's gonna die.
Yep. Oh, no, I want her to freeze. Got in the back, and that. Oh my god.
She's gonna die. Nice. Go job, we actually saved someone for once. Ugh, good thing we didn't panic.
Wow.
There's some, I think it was probably like the calmness you had. Well, probably something about the
now our
calmness.
healer's gonna die, so that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
At least the robot's dead, and now Hurt's dead, and now him's dead, and now Sam also took a lot of damage somehow, even though he's been fucking invincible for like 10 minutes, or 10 minutes, like the last 2 sessions we've been playing this game.
Yeah, he has just been just sitting on the sidelines. Just no one has been paying him any bit of mind.
He's been taking like 3 damage, 2 damage, 1 damage, just like
or
he
just being ignored
every
completely.
attack.
That or just ignored completely during most combats.
Yeah.
MVP who sits on the bench. He really doesn't do that much on
Are
his
we
own.
supposed to be here right now? I feel like we just stumbled into
like
an end game area.
No, but we went here. They're like, oh, go to Dr. Anthony.
Yeah, they were like, hey, go here. And now it's just like, well, every single enemy has a chance of fucking murdering your entire party. Only Sam will survive every single fight.
Next is alive just on 1 health.
Next
That's pretty cool.
keeps surviving with 1 health somehow.
I think it's because you beat the enemy before he actually died.
I don't know. He survived with 1 health earlier also. I don't know how that happened. And it was like
leveled up, and now we have 4 health.
Mid-combat. Yeah, now he's 4 health. Nice.
I don't actually know. I have no clue if they have like innate abilities or like secret powers.
I guess
I have no clue.
Up
But
on next. Woo.
what was I gonna say? Actually, completely gone. I don't remember what we were just talking about.
It's up this way.
Up this way.
Oh.
Ooh. Present.
Guts capsule.
That was worth it.
Yep. It is worth
Yeah.
it. Put that on next. Or not next.
Well, someone will get it.
Put that
Probably
on someone.
won't do too much.
Oh, dear God.
Get out of there!
They just fucking, like...
They zip-zop right
And
across
where'd
the screen.
Starman come
You
from?
do
What?
not stand a chance.
He was even slightly next to me.
Well, maybe he teleported into you and you just didn't even
Teleported
realize.
behind, yeah.
He may have, and you just didn't even see it. It is very cruel sometimes. Oh, boy. Oh. At least if they kill us, then we get to go back for free. Oh, that's what I was saying, yeah. No, we went to the the place with the people who were shy. Then we got a call from from the Apple kid. He was like, hey, I'm going over here. I have a book about how not to be shy. I'm at Dr. Andonut's lab. No one has seen me since. Then Orange Kid was like, hey, no one has seen Apple Kid since, and I want his book about not being shy. And he went to Dr. Andonut's lab. So it's just like context clues. I assume you're supposed to go to Dr. Andonut's lab, and then you get the book from Apple Kid, and he gives you the book on how not to be shy. And then you get to bring the book, and you give it to the people who are shy, and then you do the thing. That was my assumption.
That was my assumption too. Apparently, it was incorrect.
I don't remember why we were climbing into a underground hole in Stonehenge. I don't remember if someone told us to do that.
God.
I will be honest.
Right, I forgot he had the fucking just instant kill the beam.
Diamond eyes or whatever. Yep. Well, this doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
He's not faring well.
Wait, no, I wanted to.
Oh, he became able to move for a second, and then he died. And then took even more mortal damage. Talk about being a dead horse.
Alright,
Jim,
Sam.
it looks like you got
He was
your
a good
head
friend.
handed to you. He was a good friend. I don't remember if anyone in Andonut's lab actually tells us to go into there.
We get the eraser from the rat. He's like, hey, this is
He has the eraser.
He gave us the eraser. The rat gave us the eraser.
That means Apple Kid was here.
And the eraser erases the eraser that was in front, that was blocking the path in Stonehenge.
Have you ever seen Eraserhead?
No, I've never seen Eraserhead.
It's a good movie.
Oh my fucking god. Look at this
good
fucking
movie.
travesty right here.
Oh, he's still a diamond.
I know, right? It's so... Oh, goddamn.
Oh. It is the correct way. Wow. Why are we
Is
still
this
playing
just
this
supposed
game?
to be like a stupid difficulty spike? Is that just how it works?
I don't know.
They were just like, the game
don't
hasn't
know.
been hard enough up until this point. Let's just make it so that every enemy can fucking wipe your entire party.
We need to give up on games more often.
Yeah, but like...
We are too stalwart and steadfast for our own good, I think.
I feel like this is a game you can't just like stop and come back
No,
to.
I respect and understand that. There's definitely plenty of times before this I would have given up if it were me. And then we were able to keep going and, found new things, new adventures, wilds, wonders. However, I'm just like, wow, I don't want to do this. I'm just the one sitting here. Not the one even playing. I'm just like, oh my god. I don't want to have to go through this, like, first two spots of this dungeon again. The first two screens.
Like, what pisses me off about this guy specifically is that I can't kill him
his
quickly.
face.
No, is that I can't kill him quickly because he's fucking resists freeze. It's just like, come on, dude.
Is there something he doesn't resist?
I don't know what he doesn't resist.
Me?
He doesn't resist fire, I know that, but like, I don't want to waste my fires because they use more SP.
Well, I don't know.
Sure, thunder. Why not? There's only one enemy, so it's not gonna fucking hit him, but who cares? Who's spy on him? See who's
Hopefully,
actually weak to.
maybe it'll hit him.
Maybe.
There's still a chance.
There's always a chance. Didn't hit anyone.
Didn't hit anyone.
And
Well,
then the second one
you
hit.
are actually underground, so I don't know why you thought thunder would strike him. That was just bad planning on your part, actually.
Fences. Vulnerable to fire. Okay. He's just weak to
Like,
fire.
again, this area definitely was not open before. I'm pretty certain. So I assume it makes sense that this would be the next logical way to go. There are, however, side areas, supposedly, that have been rumored to be side areas. I have no clue if we've even seen a side area here, there, or anywhere. I have no idea where they keep them hidden. So I cannot confirm more.
145 damage vulnerable to fire. I don't know about that one.
I don't know either. Oh, it's so mean. It's so cruel. Poor him.
Poor him.
Poor him hurts Salmon next. What are they ever to do?
Well, let's leave the dungeon again, because Sam was fucking turned to diamond instantaneously.
Yep.
With no chance for survival, nothing that we could do about it. It just happened.
I wish there was like a fast exit or just some kind of like tactics.
We have
or
an exit mouse, but it's like
it's a one-time use, so that it's like,
thing. It's just like, come on.
We've had to leave here like 20 times so far. So to just use the exit mouse is like, well, then that just means the next time we can't use it. Yeah. And we're definitely gonna have another next time at this rate. It feels like there's just never not gonna be another next time. Don't touch the bear.
I was trying not to, but he touched.
It was a valiant effort, I'll be honest. Oh, mighty bear 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. This is our life for a while.
Yeah.
So how you doing, Ivy? How's your life been for the past while since last stream? What you been up to?
Been pretty good. Playing a lot of video games. A lot of video games.
Been having fun?
I talked about Persona 3. Persona 3 is really good. Go play Persona 3 if you haven't played Persona 3. Anyone watching this
is good.
Is good game.
What kind of, actually, just do me a favor, describe Persona 3, because I've never played Persona. Don't like describe the story or spoil it, but what the heck is Persona?
I mean, I kind of have to explain the premise to like make for any of it to make sense.
No, you can tell the premise, but don't spoil it.
Yeah, essentially there's...
Don't spoil the premise!
I mean, essentially all the Persona games have like a different lore reason for like everything that happened. They all have completely conflicting and different lore. It's really weird.
It's not that unheard of, I'll be honest.
Essentially, in all the Persona games, it's like split between like daily life of like you are like a high schooler, you do high schooler things, and then the like dungeon crawling where you go into an alternate dimension and you use fucking demons and you fight demons and shit, and it's cool.
Yes. So it brings up a good question: is the final boss a demon or is it Prom?
No, the final boss is a 14-phase nightmare, and I'm not looking forward to fighting him when I
And is that nightmare a demon or is that nightmare Prom?
No, I mean a nightmare in like the sense of he's nightmare to fight.
I know what you mean.
I mean, in the Persona series specifically, not because they're a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei, which is about demons specifically, but in Persona,
I had no clue.
All of the like shadows is what they're called. All the shadows are based off of like different tarot cards and whatnot.
That's a rip-off of a Blue Dragon, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Blue Dragon Shadows. Blue Dragon's cooler than Persona. I will stand by that until the day I die. So you said it's an RPG game?
Yeah.
What, like, I don't know.
It's like a turn.
I'm more interested.
It's like a turn-based RPG.
I'm more interested actually about the.
But the RPG, like the combat system is more similar to like what's it called? More similar to like D&D than it is to like a Final Fantasy or something like that, or like a Pokemon.
Now I'm stepping back and I'm more confused. Okay, now tell me about the battle system. What do you mean?
Like because you have like several party members and they all like they take their turn order in like like they basically just roll for initiative every time you do combat. It usually ends up being the same, but like depending on like who you're using. But like the main character can like change where he is in the order based on what personas he's using, because he can change what persona he's using, unlike the other characters. Yeah, he's pretty snazzy and cool.
Wow, that was lucky. Oh, I locked right out. Oh,
maybe
we got advantage on though. No.
Surprise
Not
attack.
quite.
Surprise attack. It also Persona also does have a similar system to this game, where if you hit an enemy from behind, you get to take an extra surprise round, and if they hit you from behind, they get to take an extra surprise round. It works a lot more consistently though than in this game, thankfully.
This game is strange because in it,
You have
the
to
enemy
actually hit a button to fucking physically whack them with your weapon.
Well, yeah, that's like Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get behind that. But with this game, it's weird because if you're in proximity to the enemy, they will automatically just turn to face you. So to hit them on the back means you have to do some weird, awkward finagling that you most likely did not intend to actually do to actually get the advantage.
Pretty much. In Persona,
it's always very interesting.
There's a lot more room for like stealthing because they'll only see you if you're like moving quickly or something like that.
Yeah, fair enough. But originally I was gonna say I think I could understand the RPG mechanics. Tell me about the slice of life school thing. How does that work?
Okay, so
what's that? That seems a bit out of place for an RPG.
Well, so it's like half. The thing is, it's like half visual novel, half RPG.
It's half.
Because like the school elements basically is like you do like a visual novel thing where you like level up your like social your like social I mean, you have social links with like other characters, and you level up those social links by spending time with those characters.
I mean, just a relationship.
It's like a relationship thing.
That's just a weird like sociopathic way of saying I have a relationship. I have emotions toward this person. I have a social link with this person.
But it ties back into the like gameplay really well because the more you level up your social links, the better you can, like the better personas you can make because you get like extra experience for personas of like the arcana that matches that social link because each social link is based on one of the major arcana of the tarot cards.
In what way? What do you mean? How like I know how tarot cards are, but is there just like is there just personas that are destruction and entail your own death? Like the tower card, I think, just means you're gonna die soon.
Well, it's not that. It's just like it's like Pokemon types essentially.
It's like types.
There's like the tower type personas. There's the fool, the magician, and all that stuff. And there's like social links associated with those types of personas, and leveling up those social links allow you to make stronger versions of those personas. So it's a very nice feedback loop of like going back to like doing this like a nice loop of going doing the social stuff, getting your personas more powerful, and then going back into the dungeons, and then like doing the dungeons and being cool and popular.
And it really is like
shadows.
It's just like one of my Japanese animes.
It's very power of friendship also. Very power of friendship.
Slay a demon. Go slay a demon. Oh man, I'm gonna be late for class, Babaka. I was too carried away.
Persona 4 is the most like power of friendship game of all of them, I think.
Well, friends forever. We'll work together. Stay on top. I was trying to sing the song from Blood Dragon. I love that song.
He was behind me. What?
He teleported. No, wait, you got
behind, but I get an opening. I don't understand how this fucking system works.
He was behind someone's back, but his back was behind someone's front. This actually is not true. His back was in front of someone's front. That's the thing. This is one of those questions. Is behind your back behind you, or is behind your back in front of you? Because this is an argument I've often had. What's the front of your front? It's the part that's facing outwards. What's the back of your back? What's the back of your front? This part that's not facing outwards. What's the front of your back? Wouldn't that be like the part that's facing behind you, and then the back of your back would be the opposite of that? So it's in front of you. The back of your back is your front, almost like a double negative. So someone's talking behind your back and someone just saying something right in front of you. I don't know. I like to think of things a little too much sometimes, especially back when I was in high school. It was fun to overanalyze. But be careful. He's gonna touch you. Oh my god.
Masterful.
We've been this way, Ivy. Ivy, you've been this way. It's just an item.
Yeah, that's just an item. What the fuck? How?
He teleported into you.
Don't understand.
This is a pretty background.
Very nice.
Ooh, I don't think I was doing this one before, or I don't pay good attention.
I don't think I've seen this one.
This one's nice. I really like it a lot, actually. But I was going to also say, are the demons like demons in your head? Because this game seems very much about what's wrong. What happened?
I'm good. I'm fine.
What happened?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, good. Honestly, I've really lost what I was saying.
There's all the well, I mean, they're not necessarily demons. They're called shadows. And personas.
That's right,
They're called
shadows.
shadows. You fight shadows. There's also personas, which are the manifestations of your inner self that you use to fight. They're basically stands. If you know anything about JoJo, you probably don't though.
I don't, but I've seen enough. You guys have definitely posted images of JoJo and Persona enough for me where I think I have an idea of what it is. I'm just worried that I'm confusing games.
There's a magical man that appears behind you and casts spells, essentially.
We're still talking about JoJo, correct?
Both. They're the same thing.
Gotcha. I'm catching on. But yeah. Also, you said I've heard of Shin Megami Tensei. I have no clue what it is, but I actually have heard of it before.
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei is more
is that a visual novel, or is that an actual fight?
No, that's it's like the same gameplay style, with some slight differences. Persona is a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei series. The Shin Megami Tensei series is more strictly you fight demons and shit, and the characters are more older. They're not in high school and stuff. But I haven't played any of those. So I don't know exactly.
I don't know what I liked about that distinction. And the characters are more older.
They are older characters because they're not in high school.
It's definitely it's a definite turn off for me for that game. I really don't. I'm not a fan of characters that are older. I honestly I just want to play lollies in video games. That's it. Everything else, it's just I don't know. I don't get it. It's hard to relate to. I can't put myself in the place of a character if they're not a lolly. It's just what it is.
It's true. That's actually true. It's not.
So yeah, the game seemed it was a big turnoff. The characters are older.
No, I just haven't played the game.
I just couldn't get into
it. As
a
distinction.
I know you are. I'm just being a jerk. I love it. Yeah, I mean that's cool.
It does so much damage.
But I guess my question then is what does it do? Well, that's so great. Is it the story, or is it actually the gameplay that's really sets it above and apart?
I mean, just the gameplay, I mean, the visual novel aspect of it, the story stuff is all really solid. But the gameplay is just so satisfying.
Well, I guess that's a better. What's your favorite half of it? The anime, visual novel, high school, slice of life, or the part where it's RPG fighting shadows with personas? What part captures you the most?
I don't know. I love the combat system, but I think that just the tie-in of the fact that they both add to each other so much is what makes it fun.
How much do they add to each other?
I'd say a lot. You could get extra a lot of extra shit just from doing social links that add a lot to the gameplay.
I just think about this the way that I think about, I guess, Power Rangers, where if you have the context of the Japanese series, where basically what they do with Power Rangers is that.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Cable Flame, how you doing? Good to see you back. Long time no see indeed. But what they did with Power Rangers was originally all done in Japan. They had all this stuff, and then when it came to America, they got rid of all the Japanese voices, all that whatnot. Mm-hmm. Took just the fight scenes and then they added all the parts where there are people at school. They just sort of cobbled that all together to just sort of tied it around them having a fight scene later on. That was all from the Japanese things. So was it?
I wouldn't say it's like that.
I would though. That's the issue. And you can't change my mind. Oh god, that background is tripping me out a little bit. Now that it's shaking, it's a bit harder. It's a bit easier for me to cope with. But it's very strange when you see that and you're just oh wow, a lot of them just them going around having hanging out at high school, chatting with beating up the bully and whatnot. It's just it's super out of nowhere sometimes, where they just try to cram it in these goofy ways. And also, it's very strange. If you pay close enough attention, you'll notice that what is it? The Yellow Ranger does not have a skirt in her like transform thing. Because in Japan, the Yellow Ranger was not a girl.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so it just for whatever reason they're just like, oh yeah, you know what? In America, it's just it'll be a girl. Translation team may not have existed. They may have just been. They may have just been given this stuff like in an unmarked like bag, and they're just like, or unmarked package. They're just like, do with this what you will. I have no clue.
We are thinking about going for the Sword of Kings. I have a way of cheesing it, I think. Hopefully it will work, or take less long than it could.
With any luck, that is our plan. Who knows if it will come to fruition? Because every time we have gotten anywhere,
progress in this dungeon, we've just fucking gotten our asses kicked and immediately gotten booted back to the start.
At least half the party is wiped immediately, and then it's just like, well, do we go back? And if whatever we do, we probably just die 5 seconds later from the next enemy.
My idea is I'm going to
save state,
walk around and as soon as I see him, I'm going to save state and then walk into him, fight him. If he doesn't drop it, reload the save state. That's my plan. Yeah. Unfortunately, now I'm thinking the Starmen. I think they might just all have identical sprites, like on the overworld. So I don't even know if that's going to work necessarily. So maybe as soon as I encounter one, I'll just make save state at the start of the battle.
We'll figure it out.
Hopefully that works.
As it comes.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll play it by the ear. But it's interesting. Also, it reminded me. There's another. There's actually an anime that I'm a huge fan of. Only the the dub? I actually don't remember the difference. Wait, no, the dub is the one where they voice it over.
Yes.
It's the dub of this one anime. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. It's very simple.
Save state at the start of battle doesn't work. Damn. Oh, that sucks.
Really? Not even in like because we're doing it on the Wii U, so we have the like pause, create like a whatever it's called, a checkpoint, reset point, restore point. That was our plan. But it's this anime called Ghost Stories. Where basically,
Ghost Stories is amazing. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a work of art. I love it. I don't watch very much anime nowadays, but it was one that caught my attention, and then it had me enraptured. Mm-hmm. Basically, it was an anime that came out in Japan to middling success. It was very lukewarmly received, and so the company was just like, "Well, we gotta bring it over to America, I guess. We're doing this now." It was in the plans, but it was sort of a letdown from what was expected. So honestly, just do with it whatever the frick you will, but whatever you want to do, go ahead. We don't care. And they were like, well, just let the voice actors, just let them have fun with it. And so it's like a those old abridged series you'd see on YouTube for like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged or like Naruto abridged or what have you, Hellsing abridged. It feels like those, but it's actually what was presented on the TV.
Oh, I guess
on whatever channel. It's so great. It's the voice actor. Just one character is just like whatever. It's just incredibly Christian, and constantly threatens people and calls them like heathens and whatnot. It's just like I don't know. It's incredibly like random because it's just like the voice actors just coming up and ad-libbing things on the spot and then just being like, okay, yep, this character's now like a super Christian. Sure, why not? This character screams and is annoying. The cat is an asshole. It's so great. I love it. I have to rewatch that.
So there's a lot of stuff to talk about this. How to get this fucking sword. I
haven't paying any attention. I'm just
did not know it was that I assume RNG changes when you walk because because it's checking every frame.
That makes
for
sense.
a new random number to see whether or not the enemies are gonna walk or not. So I assume that's why. And then like if the RNG is like determined at the start of battle, then it would make sense to just like walk in a circle or something to get new numbers. Although, is there a way to reset the seed with like a save state? I don't even know.
I have no idea. Probably not.
I mean, if you make a save state, the seed's just going to remain the same.
I would assume.
So you get the same RNG every time if you did exactly the same.
Oh, there's an item up there somehow.
Yeah, it definitely is up there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I would just.
Oh dear.
Ooh, we found something new. Don't let him. No.
Goodbye.
No. Oh. This is me. Oh, come on. Give us a break.
If you reboot, it resets the RNG. Hmm.
Well, that's something. I will say
yeah,
though,
that's normally
just,
how RNG seeds work.
Just to finish up my thoughts on ghost stories, I would just highly recommend like going on YouTube at some point and just like searching like ghost stories dub and just watching a couple clips from it. Is very entertaining.
Wait, what was that?
It's very, very silly and very entertaining.
Broken harmonica? What? That's the area?
Oh, it's a broken thing. Sam could fix it.
Yeah, if only we had inventory space.
If only we had inventory space. Go to the right. Go to the left. Well, now it's just him this time at least.
Well,
it's better.
While he's there, let's just make a safe stay right here.
Oh yeah, whilst we're in like a fairly alright situation.
Alright, dude. Oh, there he is.
Oh,
well,
make safe state.
Well, oh no, it determines what he drops at the start of battle, so I can't make the safe state now.
Never mind.
All right.
All right. That's
wow.
Cool.
That
what
fast.
luck?
So let's fucking kill him.
I was
Annihilate him. Kill him dead.
Let's go. Let's do it. Anyone?
Oh, actually, I should should probably spy on him.
Key his car.
Key his car.
Mm-hmm. Do the thing you do when you think someone's gonna kidnap you, where you put your thumbprint or something on like the back of their bumper, but just do it to them anyways. That way, if the cops pull them over, they think that person may have kidnapped someone. It's a great prank. Highly recommended.
Shit. Fuck. No. Fuck.
Ghost Stories. Yeah, it was a great time watching the dub. I actually might want to do that again sometime.
God damn it! Stop hitting him. No. Shit. No.
Whoa, jeez, that's good to know. If you pull multiple enemies, it actually lowers the chances.
Oh, interesting. It's a good thing we have this one.
This is something that is not 100% confirmed, but it's good to know that this is a possible possibility. Oh, cool.
Oh, it just gives it to you.
There's another one! Oh, I got him!
Punch
Spy on him!
Spy on him!
Stare at him with binoculars.
So you don't have to kill them, you can just spy on them?
I guess so, if you like a peepee neighbor, like just a creepy neighbor.
Oh, I mean, I guess this one doesn't have it then, if he didn't.
I guess not. Well, he must perish.
Yeah, time to die.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, I could just spy and run. I guess it makes sense.
Or
I could just spy and then reload the save.
Absolutely true.
Because
there's more of them now. This is strange.
Yes, but if I walk around like that, it will change the RNG.
Ooh-hoo.
And now I can find out what he has.
Clever. Spy on him.
Spy on him.
Gotta know. You got the goods. Give it to us. That's not a sword. Come on.
Not a sword.
It's not a sword at all.
Let's try this again.
And walk around a bit. Oh, neutral. Fair enough.
Spawn.
I will say though, I don't know how you are supposed to get advantage on enemies. I said it a little earlier. It's really strange. It is ridiculous. It's been 100% by accident, I think. I don't think there's ever been a point where we were able to actually, like, purposefully get advantage on an enemy.
Okay, there we go.
I was just like, did he just disappear? Is he gone? I didn't see him at all. Because he was just in the huddle. Fire the beam, come on. Give us the
Take about
goods.
90 minutes.
Oh,
no.
wow.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. Shit.
He did not have it.
Okay, probably
I was
should.
paying
I'll just do it
attention.
again anyway.
For once. Surprisingly, I was paying attention. He did not have it. So, that's a. I have a question. If you have multiple Gold Star Man, does the chances still go down? Does it go up, or would it stay neutral?
I would assume so.
I want to know the theory on this.
Well,
I want the game theory on this.
No, it would stay the same if there's two of them, because I'm assuming it's like a random chance of either one of them dropping. So if he and a different enemy is there,
yeah.
it has a chance for both enemies to drop the item, and you only get the one item. So, yeah.
Gotcha. That is also fair. It is also probably pretty rare to get two of them.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Keep going. Keep it up. Keep the heat on him.
Oh.
Don't let him get you down. Surprise opening attack.
Surprise opening attack.
Show him what we've got. Show him the stuff. Show us the stuff. Show us the King Sword. Whatever it's called. I forgot already. He doesn't have it!
Alright.
I don't like this guy at all. I hate him. I hate this.
If there's two, there's always a Starman and a gold one? Okay.
Okay, gotcha. They just default, I guess. That is good to know, though.
Nothing.
Ugh.
Chance of shiny Pokemon is like 1/800.
1 in like 6,000
6,000?
something. I think it's like 6,100 something or other. I think so. It's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure I could count the amount of shiny Pokemon I've ever actually like caught and found on my hands to this point.
I've found 2.
I found more than you have.
Well, I found 2 naturally. I think I have more somewhere.
I have only found them naturally because I don't do the what's the Masuda method? Is that Chinese or is that like EVs or whatever?
No, the
or
Masuda
IVs?
method is breeding for shinies. It's basically
Gotcha.
you basically just have a higher chance if you breed a Pokemon from a different country with like a Pokemon for your country.
I really just have never bred Pokemon because I never put them in
tried doing it
daycare.
once to get a shiny Ralts in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I really wanted it. I did not get it. I must have filled like 20 or 30 boxes with nothing but Raltses. All of them had like perfect IVs, and it was just like, God damn it. Why? Why can't it happen?
If only. I have no idea how to even track IVs. I just don't let it bother me
There's
because
literally just a guy that tells you he just tells you what they are.
Wait, there's a guy or a guide?
No,
is there
there's
an
a
actual
guy.
person in
Like
the
there's an
games?
actual person in game who tells you what
Oh,
the IVs
really?
are. Yeah.
I had no idea.
It's like vague wording, so it doesn't tell you the exact numeric values, but like it's very easy to.
I know you can calculate these things and parse it out. I also just don't care. I'm just like, I love my Pokemon regardless. I don't judge. I don't judge my child. And I feel like learning that stuff would just, I don't know, there'd just be a part where just like, I know my child
Smash.
I wish I could show it love, but I know it is not. It will always be a failure in my eyes. I don't know. I think just like a shiny is just like a victory enough. Shiny with perfect IVs. I don't know how people have the time or like care to actually go through all that like effort and pain.
It took. It was probably like 2 weeks or something that I spent doing that, just like every like lunch period or something at school, and it was just like God.
Dedication.
It was not fun, and I'm not glad that I did it, especially considering it was not successful.
I will say in Oros, I I had the O, no, or. I had the Oru, I guess it would be in that case.
Shit.
But the third Pokemon I found, they actually made it like much easier, I think, with the shaking grass, and you have this little thing that tells you how likely it is to be something cool. The third Pokemon I caught though was a shiny, or even saw was a shiny Tailo. It was the third Pokemon I caught. It was one of, I don't think it was the third I saw, but it was really early on in the game. I was like, wow, that's like super easy. This feels like unfair. But I don't think I saw another one the entire playthrough.
Yeah, I guess Pokemon is kind of something you just have to get into when you're young to
It
understand
definitely
it at
is.
all.
I'm not super duper into Pokemon. It's really just a lot of, I have nostalgia, and so I don't really like get into the new games. Again, it's just the old games. Like I played a remake of a game I love.
Completely done playing new Pokemon games. After frickin' Sun and Moon, I was just like, no more. I can't. They're so bad. God damn it.
It was after Aura. It was after X and Y, but then I even played Oros after. But I got it as a gift. I did not plan to buy the game specifically. I was like, I don't want it. But someone gave it to me as a gift, so I was like, well, I guess I will now play it. And I didn't. I was like, it's The thing is, I actually specifically want to avoid it because I had so much nostalgia for Emerald that I was like, if they change literally anything, even the sprites, which I know everything looks different, I'm not gonna like it. I won't be able to enjoy it. It will ruin the experience. It'll be worse for it, to me, because I am so nostalgic for Emerald. So the fact that everything was 3D, it wasn't like the 2D sprites, which is so perfect, it's so beautiful. It's not the same soundtrack. It's slightly, slightly different.
There's no horns. That's what pisses me off the most.
There's no horns. There were no
horns. I hate it.
Which was like the thing. There was the horn generation. They didn't have the horns. So they remember.
I am 21. I think Tom's 20, right?
I'm 20.
Yeah.
I'm 20.
But your birthday's in like a month.
It's like a month or two away, yeah. Wait. Yeah. I'm not very aware of my calendar. It is like a month or two away. It's fairly close on. But yeah. I'm 20. I'm still like a young kid.
Damn, 38.
Fair enough.
Then I would not expect such old, people so much older than us to be listening to us at all.
It's true.
Honestly.
Because I still think of myself as like a kid every now and then.
Sometimes
I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to me.
There's been like a few times where I just remember that I'm 21. I'm like, holy shit, I could just like walk into a bar and like drink alcohol if I wanted to, but I won't.
What if I told you that 3 Ivies walked into a bar?
Oh no.
The bartender's H2O24. No, it's H2O2. Fucked up the joke. Didn't even say the joke, but I still messed up the punchline.
You were a chemistry major. How would you do this?
I was one, but now I'm no longer because I'm happy and I'm at home. I don't want to be a chemistry major anymore. It was scary. But I confused it with a different joke, which I don't know if that's even a joke. But it's not a 3 people walking to a bar. It's like, if H2O is water and H2O2 is poison, then what's H2O4?
So you say you remember what that was like, but are you a fucking teetotaler? That's what I want to know.
I am a teetotaler, so if you are, we can relate.
Good night.
By the way, if you don't know what a teetotaler is,
like I think about it, and I'm like, it's not something I think about ever. Like, I mean, I think about it like once every like couple months, and I'm like, that's weird. This is unusual. Strange.
Ooh, I'm surprised. Honestly, I usually just get surprised when people like if I ever see someone who knows what a teetotaler is. That's usually surprising enough for me. For those who don't know, a teetotaler is someone who abstains from drinking alcohol. You're just like I don't drink alcohol. For me, I've never actually drinking alcohol. Also, I'm 20, so I'm a good boy who doesn't break the rules. Even though most people I knew drank alcohol at the start of high school for the most part. I just don't have the chutzpah and courage to actually ever have tried it. Also, I don't have the interest, and I'm scared of it because I know there's alcoholism in my family. So it's just like, let's just avoid that boat entirely. Works well.
I mean, there's alcoholism in my family too, but that's not my main concern. My main concern is just I fucking hate how it smells and tastes, and I'm just like, I don't want any part of that. No.
Well, you know what's interesting? It's literally fucking poison.
Yeah.
So that's your body trying to protect itself, saying, "Don't drink it. Don't. It smells bad. It tastes bad. Get away." It's your body trying to protect you.
Yeah.
Because you're doing something stupid, and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you drinking poison? It's your body getting upset. It's like trying to protect you. And yet we still just drink alcohol all the time. It's cute. But bad. Because people do mean things. People say rude roots on alcohol. That's no good. But yeah, it's one of those things like, even though I'm gonna be turning 21, so I, at work people are like, oh, you're gonna do 21 shots. It's like, oh, I'm actually a teetotaler. I have to explain it, and they're like, oh wow, like I also just get like the look when I'm just like, it's like, oh yeah, I can understand not drinking alcohol. It's like, or abstaining from alcohol.
Yeah, I don't know. Some
I like to drink.
Offended.
It's like,
it's strange.
Some people just sort of get. They also just give me an eye when it's just
I know why they get offended. It's because they
can understand,
think you're
like,
judging them when you say that.
It's partially that, but there's also there's the people who are like, oh yeah, I don't drink it because I don't like the taste. I'm just like, I've never actually drank in a drop, so I don't even know if I would or would not like the taste. I just abstain from it. They're like, whoa, you've never even tried it? That's usually the people get like really surprised around that.
Yeah, 21 shots I guess, first time would fucking kill you.
You're actually probably correct. What a way to go out of this world. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna avoid that now that I think about it. But yeah, it is crazy. It is just such a common thing, I guess where we grew up, drinking alcohol, and also it's also, I could say, like, where we grew up, there was a lot of drugs. It was a very white collar area, so drugs were very popular in the school. All the small things, the weed and marijuana. People didn't do like acid or like ecstasy or meth, but people did. Weed was like, everyone did weed. Everyone drank alcohol. I assume people probably tried cigarettes, but by high school, no one was like a cigarette person for good reason, except for I think maybe one or two people. But I think also for the most, people just didn't even talk about it because it really wasn't cool. It was kind of more of an embarrassing thing. It's kind of like, you smoke cigarettes? That's fucking lame, dude. It doesn't even get you high. It doesn't get you buzzed at all.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm probably better off for having avoided these things so far. Again, if I drank a shot, it wouldn't have affected my life too much. I assume. I think I have enough willpower to not have gotten addicted after one drink. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that I've abstained so far and whatnot. You're just moving on. You gave up on the sword.
I'm not moving on. I'm just like seeing if fighting some other ones is gonna.
If just every one of these guys is gonna
some slightly different results.
You just need a little bit of variety, just so that you just don't go insane.
Yeah.
Just need to change it up every now and then. Just run it a little differently this time. Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things. I actually have had it was in a college when I had I was starting to go I had what seemed like almost a mini mental breakdown where I was just I mentioned it before. At one point in college, I just I think I was probably having a mental breakdown. I just started hearing a bell constantly ringing because there was a bell tower type thing on the top of a building up on the other side of another small residential building. A dorm they call them. It was right by where I was, and so it would ring every hour. It'd play this nice song at 12 and 6 or 12 and 5 or something like that. After a certain point, I just thought I just constantly thought I was hearing the bell ringing, and it was driving me insane because I couldn't get stopped. It's like when you have an earworm in your head, you're just like, oh, get out of my head. But it was just like the sound of that bell ringing constantly. I was just like, I don't know what time it is. I don't know what's going on. It's awful. But like I definitely like had like thoughts where it's just like, man, you know, I think maybe I'm like actually shooting myself in the foot in a way, because the way that, you know, people in our generation in college, I should say, get over stress and anxiety and all that they build up from, you know, class, is they drink, they party, they do drugs, they do all these things and like kick back and have a good time, and that's how they, you know, beat down all that stress that they get during the week and from class. Whereas me, like, I don't do those things. I don't use alcohol to my advantage. I don't use drugs to my advantage to try and like keep myself mentally like composed, and not composed but like sane, and, you know, make sure I don't like go over the deep end with like stress or anxiety. I was like, I wonder if I'm like shooting myself in the foot by being so you know, fortuitous, having so much, you know, fortitude and too much willpower, and, you know, determination not to, if I'm like hurting myself. Also, again, I always hear like, you know, the most creative people are like, you see like Stephen King, he did like cocaine or whatnot. You know, I hear all these like people who are just like, oh yeah, I wouldn't
take Stephen King as a particularly good example of someone who made amazing things.
He's a creative person. He's a creative
definitely
person.
Creative.
Like, the thing is, I really love and respect ideas and concepts just about as much as execution. When I'm just like, when I see like a movie that's just like, wow, that was really poorly executed and stupid, but I like the idea of, like, the original like miniseries for It was pretty poorly executed, but it had a lot of cool and good ideas and concepts in it. Like, it doesn't look scary. It looks goofy and stupid, which is even more intimidating in that it's like, he doesn't have to like trump himself up. He is just that like powerful and strong, and he's just like, whatever, I just appears like a stupid clown that's not intimidating at all. And it's just the knowledge that I'm literally a god being that could kill you at any second that does the intimidating for me. Like, that's a cool idea. But the execution, again, doesn't hold up to that. The execution doesn't portray any of that. You just see, oh, that's a dumb-looking clown. You don't think about like the rest of that unless you really decide to go into it. Again, yeah, that most likely was not like intended. That's just the way I look at that. I'm like, that's cool. But that's me trying to say I really love ideas. And so when I see him like come up with these crazy like stories and whatnot, I'm just like, oh, this is cool. This is fun. This is interesting. I really respect it. I wish I could be like that. And I also see, you know, other people who, you know, that it's based off of like dreams, and they'll write this crazy story based off a horrible dream they had, or they'll, you know, like do drugs or something, or, you know, they drink alcohol and stuff like that. That's the thing that fuels their stories. You know, a lot of prolific writers, sometimes you'll see something like that. I'm just like, man, I wish I could try drugs just to know what it's like in a way, just to know what it's like. I wonder if, like, because again, it's something you could never understand or really experience it without having done it. I guess, you know, hallucinating and all the, like, the way your mind feels and what you perceive and things you interpret from it. It's, you know, it's a lot of it messes with the dream chemicals, I guess, as well as plenty of other senses. But I imagine sort of like, you know, how the dream logic works, where everything's just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, that's weird. But, you know, my brain just says, yeah, that's totally what's going on. Of course, a bear is the president. That's what makes sense, you know, in a dream. It's just logical in that, you know, sense. But I wish I could experience that in a way. But at the same time, I'm totally terrified of drugs. I'm so scared to actually, like, to do any of that stuff and have it, like, backfire and ruin my life, and I become addicted and, like, more stressed and anxious, not because I've become dependent on it or something. Like, I'm horribly terrified of that, so I'm just like, I could never try it. But I'm so curious as to what, like, it actually feels like what that experience is like, and what could be seen, and if I could become a better writer by having better ideas, or better, like, just having these, like, crazy, like, concepts that are really out there and really, like, weird and mental.
This is really fucking cool. I love this.
What? Tell me what this is. Is the conversation I'm having?
No, this fucking enemy keeps fucking healing himself back to full. Anyway.
That is cool.
Yeah. Fuck,
That is basically what I
forgot how
want
to
to
pronounce
get across.
Cable Flame. That's
Yeah, Cable Flame.
yeah. Cable Flame mentioned that a good strategy might be to just like level up to the point where we auto kill the Starmen so that it could go faster. Which is probably a good idea. I think. So I'm gonna try doing that for now. See how long that takes at least.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. Also, changing it up a little bit instead of just fighting the first two over and over again.
Yeah.
Bit of variety. Spice of life. Maybe it'll make the experience a little bit easier on us.
Command.
Grinding for probably the rest of the stream. Who knows?
Oh. Cool. I haven't like been using the mirror thing at all, so I don't exactly know how it works.
I also have no clue. I thought, because we thought it reflected a move, maybe to like reflect the damage back.
It would like reflect
totally
the
did
move.
not do that.
It did not do that. And then
I thought was,
and then every other time we've tried it, it just didn't work to transform into the thing. Or like
I thought what it was like transform like the way Ditto does in Pokemon, where it's just like now it becomes that like opponent, and now it has the same like stats or like maybe like attacks or something. I have no idea because I read something, but again the text that happens in battle is a little obtuse, a little confusing.
Just
so I probably misread something just as likely as I read something. But that was like what I came up with. What does mirror actually do? Whilst that is explained, I'm going to be right back in a second.
Ow. Owie. That's how it works. It just... Oh, next will become the opponent. Okay. See, that is what we thought. So yeah, I guess... Well, that's good to know. Now that's fully confirmed. Every time Tom leaves, I feel like everything stops. I'm like, what do I do? Oh God, what is happening? That took a lot of PP. Okay. I'll cast like... Cast life up just like the 8-year. It's himself and your people will... Okay. So he'll just like do what the opponent does, and help me out instead of that. I guess that makes sense. I don't really know how to use that more strategically. Dear God, he's fucking using all of his PSI. Oh no. I don't like that. Maybe this was not a good idea in this fight.
Actually, when you use mirror, he becomes an enemy. He actually joins the opposing side. It's symbolic of the way when you look at a mirror, you're really just looking at the worst parts of yourself and judging yourself, and just like it really destroys you and just holds you back when you focus too much on what the mirror tells you and not what you tell your own self.
Exactly
when you look at a mirror, it's no longer just glass or whatever a mirror is. It's stained glass. It becomes your Bible, and you just become a flagellant to it. You just it's symbolic of that, and so he becomes an enemy and kills you. That's what the mirror does. But what I miss?
Not much. We fought some more Starmen.
Oh, you get the sword?
No. Actually, wait. I think our inventory is full, so we wouldn't even be able to get the sword if we got.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Right.
Oh no! We gotta get out of this dungeon. Oh no! This is not good.
No, we can just use a consumable.
Yeah, we can do that.
Or does Hurt have all the consumables? Are we able to like shuffle it off?
I think we can still use it off for corpse.
Good. Unconscious body, quote unquote.
Unconscious body.
Literally,
that is in. No, I think the logic is that her unconscious body was brought to a hospital, and that her spirit is just with us, like she's with us in spirit, and once we get to the hospital, we pay her leave, and then she's like able to come with us because she was something like that. I think that's actually how it works.
So
It's just
the
really,
hospital is more like
it's just
more
not
like a prison.
explainable at all.
It's more like a prison that they're holding your friend.
They're holding your friend captive every time they fall unconscious.
It's like it's a ransom. It's like, so you know, we have your friend here. You want it back? We fixed her up, but there's a fee for that.
There's you gotta pay them.
You're gonna have to fork over a little bit of the bit of cash, a little bit of that dough, if you want to see your friend in her mint pristine condition that we have repaired her to.
Yeah, it's that exactly. That's what's happening.
Corrupt hospitals, big hospital. This is a dystopia that the world is slowly hurtling towards.
Wait a minute,
that makes sense. Slowly
we had
hurtling.
A fucking like guts pill or something, or not? It's a sudden guts
oh, we do have
guts
a
capsule.
sudden
That's
guts
what it was.
Uh-huh.
This is what I think it is, right? Yes.
It is.
Pooh, actually, like, what is Pooh's stats actually?
Couldn't tell you.
Not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to him again, as I've been doing it the whole time.
The guts.
Yeah, give that to him.
Yeah.
Nice. Anything else we could use?
I don't know. Probably.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Oh no, not give. What? Oh, right. That's how it works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to take it off of their person, move it to someone who can actually use it.
We have used an exit mouse before.
Yeah. We just are saving it in case we need
it's just
it
like,
later in the dungeon.
That is true. Like if we get to a point where it's like, oh, we're right at the boss. Oh, but 3 of our people just died. Well, 2 of our people just died. Now 3 are dead. It's like, I don't want to walk the whole way back. Yeah. Then, you know, then it's probably when we'd hold on to it
if we are going to be grinding like this, we should probably get out of here and get her tea back.
I mean, it's a
because she's going to be really under-leveled because you don't get XP if you're not in battle.
It's a bold and revolutionary idea.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll give you that, but it's never worked quite like
I know you can get another one, I just don't know how. Like, do we have...
there's another one.
Like,
you said there's another one a little further in the dungeon from where we were, just like 2 rooms further. There'd be another one. So I guess we could, you know, just use it and just pop out.
Guess, sure. Pop out for a bit.
Just pick up another one on the way back, or on the way through.
Our good friend.
Yeah. Probably for the best.
She definitely needs to not be underpowered. Not be side goods.
Honestly agreed, but
exit mouse.
Yeah. Again, hopefully we'll even be able to get back to where we were with her still being alive.
I mean,
that
we could
said, is not
just
going to
kill
be
the enemies
easiest
like
path.
at the start until we're able to kill them.
You just want to grind.
I think that's probably just the play, honestly.
We're gonna farm for a while, and then we're gonna grind after that.
We're gonna farm so we can grind. No, we're gonna grind so we can farm.
No,
that's how this is gonna work.
I don't remember which one is for EXP, but it doesn't matter. You get the idea. It's gonna be a fun stream tonight.
Very fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how else we're gonna get through this dungeon, honestly.
I don't know. I feel like if we stay still and just like farm for a while, we're probably not gonna get through it for a while. But fortune favors the bold. Whatever you want to take from that.
I mean, we could just grind until we're able to actually get to the dungeon, and then just not.
We
get the
probably
sword, and come back
all
to the sword
said
later, maybe.
If
we can,
struggling
if
this
we
much
can,
with
I don't even know.
enemies, if we are struggling this much with enemies, we probably are in a spot where we are supposed to be grinding.
Yeah, probably. We have not grinded in a while, so I think it's fine.
The caveman's nose is bothering me a lot.
It's a little strange.
It was weird. I'm pretty sure it's separate from his body because when the screen flashed, I think the nose stayed there, but the rest of the body flashed away with it.
I'd be inclined to believe
it
you.
was
Yeah.
weird.
What levels are we actually?
What?
That's a good
That's
question.
a fantastic question.
Status.
50 something
59,
for 59. Wow.
50, 53, and 49.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
not amazing, but you know.
Or possibly amazing, but we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't have a clue for this. Again, this is our first playthrough, so everything just about is news to us. Let's see. Everyone's in good spirits. Everyone's ready. Oh, make some room, actually, so we can get the harmonica and whatnot.
Yeah. Right.
Also, in case there are any other items.
I mean, we do
in the dungeon.
I think we do have.
There is a phone in there.
We also
so
have the
can
defense ribbon that we just need to get rid of because it's just taking space.
And the Casey bat can probably go, right?
I don't know. How good actually is it? I want to see.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh my.
Yeah, we could probably get rid. We could get rid of the Casey bat probably at this point.
What do you mean? It fucking like doubles our power.
Well, you don't understand sarcasm, do you?
I don't.
I know it's a problem with me. We actually share this.
We share this problem.
People don't know when we're being sarcastic very often. They just usually assume we're telling the truth.
75% of the time.
It's a curse.
Never mind. Not gonna use that.
Okay, yep, that's good to know. I didn't realize they had. Actually, I guess we could like check the items. That's good to know. Wow, it's missing 75% of the time. That is actually ridiculous. I feel like it's missing like 25% of the time. Like 75% accuracy is like missing 50% of the time. At least in an RPG. It's only like 25% accuracies. That's awful.
We're gonna go to sell our stuff. I guess on it. Why not?
Why are we going to there?
We gotta sell stuff because there's some stuff we can't like get rid of easily. We could give it to the
Escargo Express,
but like
inventory
we don't
management.
have any money on us, so
well,
more inventory management, and then more grinding, and then
and then farming,
and then farming.
Yeah,
good stream, good time,
good stream,
good stream.
Let's get this show on the road.
No, not buy.
Let's buy cold remedy.
You could sell in the lab. What?
That makes sense. Oh, the caveman sells and buys, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Or is he Bigfoot? Isn't he Bigfoot or so?
He's something.
I feel like there was something. Someone is Bigfoot. I think it's him. I think the caveman is Bigfoot. I don't know why.
Well, then let's just go back. So that...
Probably should go left so you don't hit the car that's going to spawn to the right.
No, that's fine. We'll just hit that kid instead.
Yeah, fair enough. The car is gonna get you. Oh no! Race the car. Why can't you go to Ann Donut's lab?
I don't know. I don't know why we have to teleport here and then walk all the way there. It's very strange.
It is. It is not fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these guys.
There are a lot of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lesser Mook.
These are the lesser ones. Hopefully we can just kill him with bashes.
I do too. I would actually very much enjoy killing a lesser Mook with a bash. Don't have to waste our psi points.
I mean, once we get to the lab, it doesn't matter. So.
Oh, you're right. That's true. I forgot.
We do get to ride Tessie for like the 4th time.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Because we've done this walk like 3 times.
Yeah. It's not very. Again, as I was going on earlier, it's not very fast wind, safeguarded. Streamlined. It's not very streamlined or very friendly.
Two sudden lapses in
it makes
judgment.
me-
And forgetting that you can sell and buy things with the caveman. I mean,
I
knew you
didn't
could buy
remember
things from it. I
until-
forgot you could sell things to anyone who buys things.
I didn't remember until it was brought up that we could buy and sell things. I was like, oh, that's right. He buy and sell things. That's correct. Whoops.
I feel like every time
But
we walk
now we're
back,
locked in.
I like forget what way is supposed to, because every
Also,
these
yeah, I
fucking
think
clips
there's
are
a
so
part of
weird.
me. They are very strange. I think there is also just a part of me that is surprised you can't like teleport. There's someone hiding in the trees. I think. Maybe it's just a
Probably.
leaf. I don't know. It's too late now. I think there's also just a part of me that's just surprised you can't like fast travel to Andonut's lab.
Yeah, it's really strange considering it's such a key area.
Like it has
Why
like a
does it
store
send
and
you
everything.
to the start of winters?
Like it has a revive thing. It has a store. It has a this and a that. Like I'm like, I don't know. It feels like it's almost a town.
Not
Weird.
everyone who buys things sells them.
But the caveman can buy and sell things, right?
Caveman does, so it's good enough for me.
But where's the caveman? I'm sure glad he's in there and we're out here.
Yeah, and
We're
we're
out
out here
there,
and
and
there and here, and he's out
and
there.
he's the sheriff.
And he's
I love that video.
it's a great video.
it harkens back to you saying, was it like Smash or Brawl taunts? Like that's that
Oh my
like the
God,
video
yeah.
that's like it's just you could just quote it.
You could just
know,
quote it
forever.
at any point, and it will always be funny.
I think for mine, honestly, YouTube poops. I think that's one of them. Like a lot of YouTube, I'm just like I could quote that, and it makes me so happy. Like the thing I shared a while ago, what's it called? Wavy News. That has a lot of quotes that I will just like think about. I'll just be like Joe Bob McDemocrat. I'm just like it just makes me happy to just think that. I love Joe Bob McDemocrat. Isn't he great?
Yeah,
It's Joe Bob McDemocrat.
I'd vote for him for president.
I would. I could. It's one of those things. It's just infinitely quotable. Of course, it means nothing if you don't know the context to it. And high recommendations to check out Wavy News as well. Another thing to just search in YouTube, and actually, you will have to search like Wavy News. I think the guy who makes it's Noise Puppet, because there is the actual news, like thing called Wavy News, and they will show up in searches before his. But if you can probably do like YTG or Noise Puppet and find them. But
Oh, I
they're
remember
fun
a
times.
world without YouTube. Because I got into the internet fairly late actually.
My parents did not want me to go on YouTube. They were like, "You're not allowed to."
Like
I was like, what?
our generation specifically was like in that weird interpoint, like weird transitionary period where we like remember
The internet was still a scary place.
like we
It was still
remember
like, yeah.
not having an internet, but it was like we were so young when it like didn't when it was
We,
like that
like,
that
got
it's
it,
like it's like basically a non-entity, or it's somewhat of a non-entity, but it is a distinction.
Like I definitely played like Club Penguin and whatnot, but like YouTube was a thing. My parents were just like, no YouTube. They probably because my parents definitely like they watched like the news and they had like the, oh be careful, who knows what's on the internet? It's dangerous. There's trolls. I remember there's like a whole thing where it's like, for whatever like trolls were a big thing on the internet for a while. Like it was just like, oh yeah, it's just a part of it. But then like for whatever reason, just like the average like person on the street just became aware of trolls, and it was just like the crusade, just like the internet's a scary place where people could say mean things about you. People were like coming to our school being like, if someone said something mean about you on the internet, tell an adult.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just like this weird crusade that happened.
Yeah, there's a weird like
At
just,
one
like,
point.
so much
Like a year or two.
anti-cyberbullying stuff. Like so many seminars were like, don't bully people online. If you're getting bullied online, arrest the person who's bullying you. It's like, okay, cool.
Or if they say something really mean, call the police.
I mean, it must have worked because like bullying was basically a non-entity for most of our childhood,
Including cyberbullying.
including cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Mostly, I mean, that more has to do with the fact that neither of us have social media at all. So
Correcto mundo. we were never big on that, so we never even had the chance. If they wanted to bully us, too bad.
Yeah,
Suckers.
sucks to suck.
Idiot. But,
Idiot.
you know, I mean, bullying just wasn't too big a thing in our lives, just in general, which is pretty lucky. But the internet was what we were really going on. I remember when it first came out, it was still in that time where it's like the internet, like, it's like one of those things, like, you don't put your full name out on the internet. You don't put your first name out on the internet. You don't do that. You don't have that like your name as your account. Now people do. Like, you'll just see like Jake Paul or what. I don't know if maybe that's like not a pen name, but like a staged, fake name type thing. I have no clue if that's true, but like there's people who just like, oh yeah, here's my name, here's my here's what I look like. Like, that was like crazy. It's like you did not show pictures of yourself. You did not like reveal your name or whatnot. For the most part, people still don't reveal their address. But I mean, you see, like, again, harkening back to Jake Paul, who he does like tell people his address and whatnot. It's just like, it's like it's completely different from how it was. We're just like, be careful. You don't know who the other person is. It's anonymous. You don't know who the other person is. They could be a hacker. They could take your identity. They could take your bank information and ruin your life. And now it's just like, oh yeah, let me just you got to sign up for YouTube. A username, password, social security number. It's just like it's very different. Where people are just like much more comfortable now. But at the time, it's like the internet's like sort of a lawless place. Like it was like, be careful. Don't let your kids on there. You don't know if they will or will not see boobs.
I mean, the only reason I even got into the internet at all was like in middle school. I just there were just some anime that I wanted to watch that not all of it was like available at the time, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go online and find it somehow, and then I did, and that I just became a pirate from then on.
As a kid, I was very I was very respectful of like adults and whatnot. Like, I was very like polite and mannered, and so my parents, they told me, don't go on, you don't go on YouTube, you're not allowed to. I was just like, well, okay, and I guess I'll just never go on YouTube. I'm very sad, I'm very upset, I'm mad, but I won't do it. I just never had the thought to question authority. As a kid, I was just I was very obedient. I was very like polite and mannered. And it wasn't until like a friend came over who was not as not as as disciplined as I, and he was just like, let's go on YouTube. And I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to. We're not allowed to do that. It's like, oh, it's fine, they won't know. It's like, okay. And we watched I think it was called like Pokemon Parody or something like that.
Sure you can sell this guy?
Nope, I'm not sure. But and then if you say no, will he be like, do you want to sell something?
Hello, penguin.
Well, let's put in storage. Or maybe it's someone on the upper floor. Maybe he'll sell things.
I don't think there is anyone on the upper floor.
I'm just making it up as I go.
Do I even have enough money to? I can't. I don't even have enough money to put things in the storage.
Could you sell things to that box, here? Perhaps?
Maybe. If only someone I could call to fucking sell things to.
If only there's someone I could call to put my. Oh, that's right. Dang, they charge like $18. Do we have to go? We have to leave and come back, don't we?
Damn it, not again.
I think it is again. Oh no.
I miss Leet Speak. I feel like that's just an art that's completely died out. It's really sad.
I think it was. I feel like it was like, oh, that's cool, but then it got associated with trolls and whatnot, or associated with like it got like a negative connotation, and then it was just like you're a bad person, you're alt-right if you use it. Like not alt-right because it wasn't like, it was way before that was even the thing, but it was like that kind of like you don't do it anymore. It's like, when it was like, oh, doing the AOK is now an alt-right symbol. It's now like, oh geez, don't want to do that. It got associated with some group or something of people who was like, oh, don't want to associate with them. The Leet Speak. I don't. Maybe it's like it got associated with like hackers or something.
I
But
don't
I'm
know
not sure.
why
Some
it stopped
aligned,
being a thing.
some aligned group somewhere. I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Should I even keep the Casey bat, or should I just put it in the storage?
Just put it in storage.
Yeah. Or should I sell it? I don't even know. Like, is it going to be useful?
We just
at
had
all?
that conversation. I wouldn't. I just don't care. I'd still just put it in storage, even if it isn't useful. That's just me personally.
Oh, the hackers
Yeah,
themselves decided it wasn't cool. Well, that makes sense. We still have the hand-aid?
No, yeah, they totally did it. But I mean, it's
Salt
like
packet.
that
These
feeling
things are
where it's like,
useless.
oh, I don't want to do this now because it's related to that group, and that's just like a modern, like me trying to like correlate it to a modern thing. It wasn't, it was not the alt-right or anything like that because they didn't exist at the time. But it was just like it was some group like that. I think it probably was like hackers. We're just like, oh yeah, they used elite speak, so don't do that. Or maybe it was like trolls. It was do that troll. I don't know. It was something like that though. Absolute respect to having the username since 2003. Absolute respect to that.
Yeah.
Most of my usernames are pretty old. I've had them since I was like I think 9, but I'm trying to like move on from them because I'm like they're kind of silly. I'm trying to move on, but I can't. It's actually hard to find like a good username.
Yeah,
it's actually
really
very
hard.
difficult to do, and I'm definitely struggling with it at the moment. Now trying to move away and be like, yeah, it's kind of. I don't like that name anymore.
I mean, I had like one username for like since I was like 12. And I like finally changed it like a year ago. So
for the better.
Yeah, thank fuck. The new one is so much better.
I remember when I was like a real little kid, I had dumb, goofy ones. I remember I had one like it's because it's Scribble Knots. I learned about like what a flamberge is. But in that game, for whatever reason, it wasn't like an actual flamberge. It was like it was a flaming sword. But I was just like, it's so cool. I'm gonna be like Flame Sworder. I'm Flame Lancer. I'm Flamberger. I had like goofy names. I had like that was like the goofy names I used to have when I was even like 6 and 7. That was like the things I used when I was like playing on like Battle On games like Adventure Quest. Adventure Quest was sweet.
Pair of dirty socks? What the fuck was that for? What? Well, I need to look at Next's inventory because like I don't know what any of this shit is.
I remember we got dirty socks. I don't remember
dirty socks.
what they're for.
When used
it was
during
some
battle,
kind of like
the enemy
gift,
gets
right?
so nauseous from the right order they cannot fight.
You know what? I don't even know.
Gone out the windows.
I don't even know sometimes.
Oh,
we got it for we gave a man his contact lenses back, and he gave us dirty socks.
Yeah, that's definitely true. What's the fight?
That's what happened.
Using battle bites.
It's like the snake,
it's
probably.
like the snake, but always
but
poison.
Not as cool because it's not a snake.
Do we need the eraser ever again? You can probably put that in the storage, right?
I don't know. We've only erasered one eraser so far, so we like pencil erasered like 3 or 4 pencils.
No, there were only 2 pencils. I think there were only 2 pencils. There's 2 pencils and 1 eraser, right?
What pencils do you remember?
I remember there was the one in Winters and the one here. I think that's it.
There's one like on the way to Saturn Valley, and one in Winters is what I remember. But I feel like there was a third somewhere. But I could be wrong too. It has been a while.
We don't need that anymore. Alright, well, we'll definitely still be here in an hour.
Probably. Hopefully, we won't be here. Hopefully, we will have a sword by then.
We shall see you anon.
Probably will not, but time will tell. Have a good one until then. Good luck with groceries. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
So can he not use PV if he doesn't have that?
Yes. As what it, I believe that's what
I
it
guess
implies.
that's what it means.
There's a lot of water
Where's the
bottles.
spicy jerky? There are a lot of water
I
bottles.
don't know. It's a recipe for making spicy jerky. Okay. I didn't expect it to be a recipe. Oh, boy. We don't have 8 months to leave it out in the sun.
Yeah. It definitely makes it like it's weird. Like certain things have been more convenient, and certain things have just been like the worst.
Some parts of life have had to be streamlined. I'm surprised the DMV hasn't been quite streamlined.
Yeah.
It seems like it's only worse as now people are actually sleeping outside of it. People are being paid to like sleep outside it, like and just keep like hold a seat basically,
Oh my God.
hold a place in line for someone at a DMV. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh my God! It finally finished. At just 250. That's a lot. That's a good healing item. Keep that.
No, it's a recipe though.
But
it tells you how to make it.
It says you can use it though.
I don't know anymore. He said it was a recipe. I thought maybe you have to, if you have it in your inventory and you use a meat, it'll automatic like it'll and use like you have like pepper as like the condiment.
No, it's the thing you use.
Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry. I thought that's what it was.
The recipe explains how you make it, and it just exists there. I guess.
We're not talking about this anymore. Hey, Vsauce, how you doing?
Hey, Vsauce. Wait, drops from sky? I thought you were supposed to like. Hey, Vsauce. You know, I thought you're supposed to come from below, not from above. I feel like you're getting it backwards. You're getting it upside down.
I'd love to see him parachute in, I'll be honest.
That would be interesting. If he just like it's just like this wide open shot of the sky, hands down as he fucking parachutes in. He would definitely do that. He would do that. I could see him doing that.
I don't know. I kind of love him. I haven't even seen much Vsauce, but I very much respect the guy from what I've seen. Usually, like I'll see him on like a podcast I watch or something like that. He's a very interesting man, though.
He's very interesting.
In that he seems like a scientist, and like his life is completely devoted to like knowledge and learning things. But he just is constantly saying, "I'm not a scientist. I'm not actually. I don't actually. I only know so much."
Where are we? We're on it right now, but we're gonna go back to we're just clearing out inventory so we can go back to Winters.
So that we could farm for some kind of king sword.
Farm for the king sword.
So we can grind levels, get strong, then farm more efficiently for the king sword.
Yeah. Essentially.
Basically, not an ideal scenario. It's it's a give and a take. It's not we don't want to do it, but at this point, we are struggling in that dungeon, so we do have to grind. And the king sword would be kind of cool to have when all's said and done.
Same difference.
Listen, I don't remember these things very well. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I am like dizzy and discombobulated, and I'm trying to keep up with what's going on as best I can. I also don't, unless it's like right in front of me. Sometimes I'll just remember things perfectly for no good reason. It's usually like a random dumb fact that will never influence my life.
Sort of many wasted hours. Yeah, seems right.
Probably will be all said and done, but until then, it will be the Sword of Kings. Oh yeah, we probably don't need that anymore.
Let me put the bat away.
Yep. Monkeys love.
I don't know what it does.
Be put away.
We'll find out.
It might be an item actually.
Sure.
It might be
it's an item use thing.
I have no idea.
A web,
I don't know.
It's a thing.
I don't know. Keep going. Does he need that coin of slumber? As an equipable.
No, he doesn't. I can just sell that, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, the eraser. I don't think we're gonna need it again.
I don't think anyone said we are gonna need it, so I think we can.
He picked up the phone.
Skate Master 4. It's actually funny. It was because of Roblox that I actually created my username that I've stuck with until this point. I am now trying to branch away from and actually escape. I'm somewhat backed up on the actual chat because I haven't been paying attention to anything for a while. But
I'm like reading it periodically, but you're
because of
usually
Roblox,
like in the middle of
got
saying something, so I like wait a second to respond usually. But also there's a delay, so it's like it takes.
It is true. Yeah, there's a little
long
delay
back and forth. I want to get rid of. What did I want to get rid of? Coin of Slumber.
Yeah, that's a good way to live your life, though. Being able to laugh at your goofy old usernames.
Yeah.
It's fun. Ooh. You know, speaking of like shiny hunting and all that whatnot,
I don't think we're gonna use the snake ever. Actually, wait, what does the snake do?
I'm gonna start playing some Animal Crossing.
Right now?
Yeah. You do your thing.
Okay.
I'm like way behind on Animal Crossing because I was just like, I only somewhat like recently learned that it's like, oh, I now know how people moving in works. I wanted it to happen naturally, but I was like, oh, if I put down a plot of land, then I talk to someone, then I get them to move in, and I'm trying to get someone cool. I'm like, I put down a plot of land, so someone's gonna move in there. I don't want it to be someone lame.
No, the thing is, you can. Once the plot of land is down, you can just go to the islands and then like.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna get someone cool. That's my goal in life. This is my like 10th house, so this is like the last person before I actually get like, what's his name, like KK Slider to come to my island. So I'm like, this is like
you still haven't done that.
This is like the cream of the crop. This is like the true like banana. This is a banana split and a half. So, gotta make sure this one's good. It lives up to all the expectations. So, I also have to just make sure this gets done today. So whilst you're doing that and you're grinding, I'm gonna be grinding in Animal Crossing for someone cool and spending all my like points that I never use.
Yeah.
On plane
like
tickets.
I have 100,000 of those just backed up from not using them.
I had about like 60,000 at the start of this. I'm now down to about like 28,000 because I've been like going to so many islands.
See, I have the exact opposite problem with you in that I have too many villagers and I can't move anyone in right now. So I'm trying to get certain people to leave.
Isn't 10 the max, or is
10
is
is
that
the max
like not true?
still? Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. So yeah, this is my newest person. For sure.
Oh man,
yeah.
100%ing the Pokedex. I want to do it again at some point.
I don't understand
really
that.
badly because like I did it in Oras. I managed. It was like a multi like generational thing of like I started in Gen 4 and I just like continually caught more and more Pokemon throughout all the games and like kept trading them through up until Oras, and that was when I finally managed to do it. But like I wanted to do it again at some point, but just like you can't do it in the older gens, which is the only ones I would want to play because I don't like any of the newer gens. Like Gen 3 through 5 are the only gens that exist. They're the only ones that are good and true.
I'm very much in the same boat.
If you like the newer games, that's fine. I don't.
I've never played. I've never actually played. I've talked about it. Like I got Pokemon Silver, but it was already beaten, and the guy had caught Lugia, and so I was just like I can't bring myself to not have a Lugia, and so I just ran around a completed world. I'm just like, that's a town. Oh wow, that's a thing. I have no idea what the starting town even is. I don't know which one it is. But I've seen most of what the game looks like once it's completely finished, and so I never really enjoyed it that much. I was kind of boring game, but that's my fault entirely. So I played it very incorrectly. But I mean, I have said that I have played, Gen 1. I don't like that one. I don't like Gen 1 very much.
I don't know. I feel
I don't like the world.
Gen 1's
at all.
Yeah. Like I did play like I played Leaf Green like
Yeah, I'd Fire Red
a while ago, like a month or two ago, when I was on my huge Pokemon binge and I was just like blasting through games a week at a time.
Yeah.
And I played Leaf Green for the first time, and it like that was the first time I had like gone through Kanto proper and not like in the post game of Heart Gold, which I've done like 3 times. And dear God, I do not like Kanto at all. It is so terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like, one, the layout is just like not like the most interesting, and 2, I don't know why every fucking trainer has to have like 30 million poison types. There's so many. Like there's so many poison types. Like every team is like comprised of like almost entirely poison types, and it pisses me the fuck off. It's like I wanted to use more of my Pokemon on my team, but like I basically I just had Slowbro, and he just fucking wiped the entire game as soon as he was powerful enough.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't need any other Pokemon. You get one Psychic type and you just win. It's so bad.
Honestly, I just don't like the world very much. I think it's kind of just like plain I don't find it interesting. I'm just like, it's kind of annoying. Like I've played my experience with Gen 1 is I played Fire Red and I had Pokemon Yellow. So that that was my experience to it. And neither of them I really like. I played like Fire Red like after I played Emerald, but I just don't have that nostalgia for it. I just don't feel that much towards it. I don't like it was good as a kid, but I just don't like it that much. And again, I don't like the world. Probably, I think it's the least interesting, like of all the different generations, like continent, whatever you call it. I think Kanto is probably just the one that I think is the most boring.
It's one of the most boring. It's not as bad as like Kalos, which I think is way less inspired.
Kalos is less
Kalos has a lot of
memorable
variety in its locations. It's more just that it's so ungodly linear that it just feels like
it's very linear.
It really does not feel great to walk
through. I think Kalos I have my own problems with as well.
That's probably my least favorite of all the regions.
It is like is that 6 or 7?
That's 6.
That's 6. Like
7
Gen 6 is one of
the
the least. I think Gen 6 is one of my least favorites as well. Which is it's a shame, but like I think they really did shoot themselves in the foot when they're like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna add the gimmicks. We're gonna add the Mega Evolution, and so what we're gonna do is we're only gonna add like 69 Pokemon or something like that. Which they add like 3 so many. They've done so many Pokemon. I'm like, they've got to be running out of ideas. That's I kind of can sympathize a little bit. I can understand. It might be hard for them, but it's like, in exchange, we're gonna give you 15 Mega Evolutions, and just like, oh well, it's
and
neat. But then after a while,
gets 2 because he's
then
our
after a
special
while,
boy.
It's just like, it kind of just feels like maybe we did just sort of get like gypped out of like what would would have been 250 more Pokemon than we did get in exchange for a gimmick that extends to about 15, maybe maybe 16 Pokemon.
Well, also with X and Y is that was like the first game that they did in 3D, so a lot of their dev time had to go to making all the models and rigging every one to have its own fucking like rig, because they all have individual rigs.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
That was probably like just porting all the old Pokemon is probably why they just didn't add that many new Pokemon. But like then they put Mega Evolutions on top of that to be like, oh hey, here's some we have some old Pokemon, we can just like spruce up a bit and make them cooler. You can use the same rig because we already have that, and just like make a new model with like a similar rig. So like from a game design, from like a game making perspective, I understand the decision. I just don't like it. It
Like,
shouldn't
they
have been
don't-
in 3D.
yeah.
I liked the 2D on 3D
I
that they had in Gen
loved the
5.
2D.
Gen 5 is the best looking generation, and nothing has ever come close.
I love the 2D. I really
Like,
think they really
like,
did nail it pretty
like,
quickly.
I could at least forgive the like 3D models, like taking so much of their like priority, if at least they gave them good animations. Because like every time I look at them, they're just like standing still and just like bobbing side to side. Every single Pokemon in the game has that same animation as their idol, and it's just like they had so much personality in Gen 5. Why did they do this? How could they? Why?
No, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was like they did have sort of like that, like a lot bearing down on them, where they did just have to go through that big change, because now it's all going to be 3D. And that definitely, when you say that, I definitely can sympathize a bit, where it's like that is a lot of work, that's a lot of effort, and it's something different than they had been doing before. It's a big change to switch, but I mean, like I guess everything just sort of suffered in that the generation, you know, the world, the Pokemon. There's like
everything
there's
else
some
had
designs,
to
but I
suffer
don't remember
because
too
of
much.
that change, and they've like been playing catch up ever since.
Again, I never actually played Sun and Moon, or Sword and Shield. I've actually thought about picking up Sword and Shield, but then I just keep hearing all these like bad reviews about it, where it's just like, there's only like a Pokemon, and then there's only some of the old ones, and you can't get the others. It's just unobtainable. It's ridiculous. What are the kids doing?
Like
Back in my days, we had 2,000.
I hear someone talk about Sword and Shield, they
man,
and they're like trying to convince me to play it. Like they'll list off a bunch of things that like I don't like about the newer Pokemon games as like positives, and I'm like, no.
No, yeah. I mean, it's definitely it's definitely a spot where it's like,
I guess it's cool for competitive people because they streamlined a lot of like the making competitive Pokemon process, but like I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to play the RPG, the video game, not the do fucking uber complicated rock paper scissors with my friends. That's not what I play Pokemon for.
No, yeah, I'm not interested in the competitive scene either, so it also really does nothing for me. Like I think they added like a type chart thing where it's just like, oh, it's like that's super effective, that's not when you're fighting the opponent. So
that was
like,
added in Sun and Moon, and it really
I don't remember
trivialized
these
a lot.
things. Yeah, I mean, you know, like,
because it's just like, oh, you just look, oh, that move is super effective, and like it requires no critical thinking or retention of like previous encounters or anything. It's just like, well, press the button to win.
Yeah, it doesn't encourage you to like remember to pay attention. It's just sort of like, yeah.
Because like I literally forgot a lot of the types of all the Pokemon from Gen 7, just because like I don't like even the Pokemon that I use, I don't remember their exact typings.
Yeah, again, I really don't remember too much from Gen 7 either. Now was that the one where they added Fairy, right?
No, Gen 6 was Fairy.
Sorry, Gen 6 is Kalos. I keep confusing that. That is me. But no, yeah, Gen 6 is where they added Kalos. Fairies. I'm losing it.
They added Kalos.
They added Kalos.
How dare they add Kalos to the game?
It was too overpowered. They had to patch it out. But yeah. I don't know. I mean, I definitely respect Pokemon, and I do want to give it another shot to get into it and stop being like a crotchety old man that I worry I'm becoming. Where I'm just sitting there like, oh, the new Pokemon is there. It's not the same as the old. You know, I definitely want to give it a new try and see what it is, but it's like, I'm just like, the new gimmick, I just look at it like, yeah, it's sort of a gimmick. It doesn't do much for me. The Gigantamaxing or Dynamaxing, I have no clue. I hear both and I see both and I don't know. I don't understand. I'm just one man. Please. But it doesn't do anything for me. You know, the thing that's like, oh, now there's like over half of the previous Pokedex is not available. It's like, oh, I mean, that's, you know, that's kind of odd. That just feels a little weird. It's not necessarily like a huge turnoff. It's just like, oh, that's, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. It's hard to sort of parse my feelings on that. But then again, I just see all these bad reviews, and I'm just like, should I spend $60 on it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, there's an expansion now to Sword and Shield or whatnot.
Yeah, there's also an expansion
know.
now. I don't even want to begin to understand what it does.
Yeah, I don't know either, but
literally the only thing that I've seen of the game that looks cool is I saw a mod that makes Wailord its actual size, and then they Gigantamaxed him, and it was amazing. Whale God. He was beautiful.
Yeah. That is cool. I was gonna say, actually, just one last thing to sort of just nick onto Gen 6 was that I think the story also, because the story's never like
the story has never been good in any Pokemon game, so I don't fucking care.
I feel like the story in Gen 6 just was annoying. There was something about that just annoyed me.
It was definitely
like
very
normally it's like
overbearing.
Normally I'm just like, it's like, oh, it's whatever, but then it's just like, there's a giant cannon fueled by a dead Pokemon, and this giant 6-foot-tall man existed 1,000,000 years ago, and his Pokemon died, so he blew up the world, and then they're gonna blow up the world again. It's just like, what is happening? I don't care about any of this. Oh, his Pokemon, what? I'm just like, this is so stupid.
It's Flabébé. Oh no.
His Pokemon died, so he blew up the world. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't.
But he regrets doing it, so he's like a sympathetic dude.
And he's also tall, so I relate.
He's also tall.
But that's, but that's not here nor there. It's just very weird. I don't know, but like, again, I think Gen 6 onwards just sort of lost something for me. The most recent game in the Pokemon like main series, I guess, I have played was Oros, Omega Ruby. And again, that just disappointed me because it was like, I love Emerald so much that literally anything they change will piss me off because I'm so incredibly nostalgic for Emerald that I can't help it. I do feel bad about it, but it's like, if the character doesn't look like it, it's not 2D pixel art the way I love it. The music's not the same. Anything. I'm not happy about it. The fact they literally just hand you a legendary Pokemon. Just say, hey, would you like Latios? No. Well, let me just slip it into your pocket then. Oh, what's that? You got a Latios. Oh boy. It's like, what the? Come on.
And now you don't need to have flying Pokemon on your team, because you can just use Latios to fly you, even if you don't have them in your party.
I mean, it was pretty fun. But
I like that part of the game was alright, like...
I mean, just being able to like fly around and go like super fast was kind of cool. All said and done, but it did like, okay, well.
I'm just like, why did you have to give me this legendary Pokemon? Why couldn't this just be my Pokemon? Why could my Pokemon fly around like this?
Why can't I have agency over it? You could literally just make it that weird like black like shadow like like thing that it is when the Pokemon you jump on when it flies normally.
Model right there. You could just make like one new animation for all of them.
They could, or they could. Again, I'd be fine if it was just like that weird black, like arrow that like picks you up when you fly.
That same animation because of the sky battles from X and Y. So they already have a flying animation. Just make them fly, and you sit on the top of them or something.
I don't even remember sky battles.
I didn't either until I watched like a video like a month ago, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that was a feature. It was such a nothing feature.
I still don't even know. Fair enough though, but yeah, it was. I don't know. It's all 6 onward just hasn't been able to do anything that's like kept me or been able to get me interested or done anything where it's just like, oh wow, that doesn't just feel like kind of a gimmick. Just like I don't know what it adds. Pokemon gets big. I don't really know what Gigantamaxing, Dynamaxing, whatever it is.
I think they heal their like all the damage they take, and also get a higher max HP, and also their moves do more damage. I think that's how it works.
They're very big.
They're big. And it's funny. They're big.
It is funny. They're big. You're right. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong here.
Yeah, maybe it's you. You're the problem.
It's a pink crocodile. Get away. Gale is disgusting. Still playing Animal Crossing, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Very jarring. Some of the characters I've come across so far. I do not like ugly.
If you happen across a cool gator, please let me know, because I'm in the market for cool gators.
Well, I have an ugly gator. That's about
Other than Gale. Gale's the only gator I won't take.
I can respect that.
Or dial, rather. Sorry. There's.
Dial it in a bit.
They are dials. They're not gators.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you? I have a question, Ivan. Do you have any interest in giving Sword and Shield a try, or are you sort of in the same boat?
I'm just like, that's money I don't want to spend, and also time I don't want to spend.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I definitely had that.
For me, half the fun of like a Pokemon game is like just looking through the Pokedex of that specific gen, or of that specific game, picking out the Pokemon that I want, and figuring out like the route I want to take to get all these different Pokemon for my team. Like this, like making the team is like half the fun, and then executing that is like the rest of the fun.
I mean, for me, a first playthrough is different. That's more a second playthrough type thing where I've experienced it, then I'll look up guides. But for the first time, I'm like, I'm gonna do it like natural, just like go through it. Whatever happens, too bad or too good.
I've like played the Pokemon games so many times at this point that I mean, in that specific way, that like playing the game where I just like catch what I see and then like use that for a bit and see if I like it is like, this is just a completely alien concept. It feels so weird. It's like, why would I waste my time on these Pokemon if I don't know if they're gonna be good or not, or work well with other Pokemon that I can catch?
I don't even think about that, I'll be honest. And then the second time I will like actually sort of like go ahead and be like, I'm gonna craft the team, quote unquote. Again, not much thought goes into it other than like, that Pokemon looks cool and it doesn't share a type with that Pokemon, we're good. It's part of the team. Yeah, that's basically like the qualifications that must be met. Otherwise, you know, it's like, you know, I'm not too like aware of like type charts and all that, like what's super effective of like effects and all that stuff. I'm like, looks cool. I don't care about the move pool or the stats. Just like, yeah, it'll do. Looks cool when positioned next to this Pokemon.
I mean, looks cool when positioned to X Pokemon is also a factor. So, you know, like it's not purely just like competitive mindset of like, this Pokemon has this stats, therefore it's good, and I'm gonna use it.
Yeah. I've very, very little strategy in most things in life. Pokemon is just one of those that I do not. It's just the way it is. But I do enjoy good old-fashioned Pokemon.
I mean, speaking of, I do have a team ready and planned for any time we want to return to Emerald. Just letting you know.
I mean, as I said, I would love to return to Emerald. No gimmicks, just a nice casual. Just let's have some fun. Like take it easy. Not have to do a Nuzlocke. Not do Moemon again.
No,
you know, just sort of chillax a little bit. You know, dial in as it's been said.
Yeah.
You know,
dial it back a notch.
Exactly. Just reel it in. Just have a nice, fun experience. Don't do a challenge that's going to just piss me off, and just ruin our day for 3 hours before we move on to the next game, because we're just like, oh, I can't take it anymore.
I can't handle it.
Also, I've found my 10th Islander. It's Tasha. She's a cool little squirrel. She's black and has blue.
What? I don't remember that one.
Tasha.
Well, I don't remember what they look like. I can't.
Too bad. Come to my island tomorrow. I'll introduce you to.
All right. I can't wait.
That's a promise. But that means I'm now done with Animal Crossing, so better be interesting what's going on over here.
Yeah.
A
lot going on right now.
What do you do? What you up to?
Fighting these two guys.
Sweetie. It's going well?
Seems to be. I haven't taken damage yet.
That is good.
Killed that guy.
Yeah. I'm sad. I am genuinely like sad about Pokemon that I have. I feel like again I have just become a crotchety old man for it. We're just like, Oh, the old Generation 3 through again. I am also in the same boat where Generation 3 through 5 is like the only part I'm like nostalgic for, and I'm like, this is cool. Actually 5. I'm not even that nostalgic for. It is just a good game. It does just hold up, and then three and 4
Black
I
White
played
2
recently, and
are
they held
definitely
up.
After playing Black and White 2 and then going back to play Black and White 1 again, they are, oh my god, they are so much of an improvement. It is actually crazy.
I never really played Black and White 2.
You should.
I probably should.
Because they're really fucking hard, but they're just, it's so much better than Black and White.
Like, I was thinking a while ago of I'm back to
all of my problems with original Black and White are completely solved, basically. They're great games.
It's good. I'm glad to hear that.
And Black 2 has a hard mode, but you have to beat the game to unlock it. It's really weird. And Black and White 2 has an easy mode, but you have to beat the game to unlock it.
It's interesting. That is right. I will still say, I think they should have done Pokemon Gray, or at least have been like Pokemon Light Gray and Dark Gray, because Black and White 2 is just not a good name.
I don't know. They are definitely sequels as opposed to a redo, like an enhanced port.
It is Kyurem or whatnot that is actually Gray, and he never got the recognition he deserved. He was always playing second fiddle.
I don't know. I never liked.
Even in those games,
I've never liked base form Kyurem, so.
Well, he never got a chance.
I did get a chance. I didn't like. I don't like his design. I don't like his asymmetrical wings. They piss me off.
I don't know. I guess I was gonna say Giratina was kind of cool. I guess before Platinum.
Yeah, exactly. Giratina was cool before Platinum.
He was kind of.
They didn't need to give him a second form to make him cool.
They also didn't have to give Shaman a second form. It's not that much.
That's more of just a design thing. It's just
it's really Shaman
that didn't need to happen.
Just kind of like a sort of like a side character that I sort of forget for the most part exists. But yeah, again. I'm super passionate about 3rd gen and 4th gen. I also very nostalgic for. I really enjoy. Played through both of them recently. I played through Emerald and Diamond and really enjoyed it. And after that, I was just like, I want to play more Pokemon games. And so that's another one of the reasons why I've sort of thought about maybe I'll try Sword and Shield. But again, just I just keep seeing bad reviews and just being like, I just don't think it's for me. I just don't think I'm gonna be spending my money on something I'm actually gonna care about or be interested in. I'm gonna have the attention, or that's gonna capture my attention. I'm just gonna give up on it in a while, and not care is most likely. So I'm just it's a shame. Yeah. Mook.
Please no. Okay. I was like, please don't do it. Don't do it to her. You can't kill her again.
Not again. It was going so well. Yeah. Oh, so how you holding up, Ivy? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You been playing any other games this week?
Any other games? Oh yes, I have.
What? What? I can't believe this.
I know, right?
I'm doubting you. I need proof.
So, so earlier this week, a little something known as Halo 3 has finally been released for the PC. And
I've heard of that. It's the sequel to the Halo 2, the long-awaited sequel.
Long-awaited sequel. It's been
2 decades in the making.
Yeah, 2 decades in the making. It's been a while, and it was great. It was a good time. I played the whole campaign. There was a single level that I didn't like. It was amazing. Absolutely fantastic.
A single level I didn't like.
Yeah, a single level that I hated. It was terrible. It was the worst level ever. Fuck Cortana. It's a terrible level. All the other levels amazing though.
I thought Cortana was the character.
Yeah, she is a character, but there's a level named after her. It's called Cortana because you have to save her from the wreckage of the truth, or not? No, the High Charity, and it's a whole big thing.
Okay.
There's infinitely spawning flood that fucking ruin your day, and they're horrible, and I hate them, and that level sucks. It was not fun. Other than that, the rest of the game was amazing.
That's good. I guess actually, I wanna ask, what brings your love so much of
I didn't heal
Halo
last time. Halo?
Yeah, what brings your love of Halo?
I don't know.
Is it the story? Like, what makes it like stand out? I guess
part of it is this story, because like I love the lore and stuff. I think it's really cool, and like I literally like I started being a fan of Halo. I just like saw a review. I was like curious about it because like my friends had played it when we were kids. And I thought it was like, ooh, this is cool, mysterious, like mature game that I can't play because I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah.
That some of my friends have, and I was like, ooh, it was like there's this air of mystique to it. And then when I like found out, oh hey, there's Halo 1 and 2 are on the PC. I was like, ooh, cool. So I got Halo 1 for the PC. And I was like, yo, this game is sick. This is fun. This is cool. I like this.
I can tell you what my first experience with Halo was. I was over at my friend's house for a sleepover. And you know, he had, you know, GTA 5 when I was playing that. I was like, this is fun and cool to run around the world. That's nice. And then his brother also was having like a friend over. Or, I don't know if he was also having a sleepover, just a friend, just having a play date. But you know, they knocked on the window like, hey, what are you up to? And then they came down to the basement and were like, let's stop playing GTA 5. Let's play some Halo. And I was like, okay, sure, you know, it's whatever. I you know, at that time it was like my parents were like, you can't have a shooter game. It's too violent. You just no. And so I didn't. But like I'd played shooter games on Roblox basically. Where you fight the other guy, you have like a bazooka or something. I don't know. So you know, like it's not like it wasn't the first like, you know, shooter I had played. I just want to, you know, make that established well in advance. But of course, I was not well versed in it, so I didn't know the controls. You know, he was playing it. He was driving on like the Warthog, and he did like an ollie, and then he got teabagged, and then he shot someone else, and he had a needler or something. And it was, I was like, wow. And then the friend was like, hey, you know, let this guy play. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll try. I took the controller, and I started walking forward, and I was like walking, and I was like sort of like looking around. I was doing a thing where I was like. I was like, oh, it feels kind of, you know, awkward because I don't really know what I'm doing. It feels awkward if I, you know, just like walk forward, look around. So I was like, you know, holding the stick left and sort of like moving like the control stick right to make it so I was still walking forward, but I was looking to the side like, oh, you know, look how cool I am. I can coordinate my fingers and make the camera and my body go like that, but still be going in a straight line. I'm cool. And then he was just like, you've never played a shooter game, have you, before? You suck at this. And I was just like, wow. Damn. Because he was being very nice to me before. And then he just drops out. He's like, oh, you suck at shooter games. I was like, it felt like such a betrayal. It felt like I thought I could confide in this guy like, oh wow, this is cool. I have like so many friends, and he just like stabs me in the back. I was like, like,
what the fuck?
I didn't even. I was so flabbergasted. I wasn't even able to tell him I have played shooter games on Roblox. I was like so flabbergasted. I was like, I was so startled and just like taken aback by the whole thing. It really, you know, it was a rough experience, and I think that might be part of the reason I never played Halo again. Was that experience?
I guess it's valid. See, like, my experience was
I've no idea.
At my friend's house, they'd like let me like play a little bit of it once, and I just could not wrap my head around the controls at all. They made no sense to me because it wasn't until Minecraft that I understood first-person controls at all, and that was on a keyboard with a mouse.
Yeah.
On a controller, it's still like really fucking annoying. I don't like controllers for first-person games at all.
Also, I was in like the 4th or 5th grade at that point, so I was, yeah. I was very late to the game on shooters. Like, I did not have
I
like
just
Halo
didn't
or
have
COD
an
or
Xbox.
Modern Warfare or whatever. I like got an
Like-
Xbox a few years later, but at that point, no, I got
I got
an Xbox in like high school.
because
actually.
like
That's an
like the
Xbox original.
like I had like only a Wii and a GameCube for a while, and
Yeah.
I think we just sold the GameCube because the Wii could play GameCube games, and I was kind of annoyed. I've since
would be
bought
too.
a new GameCube.
That's good. The way it's done.
Yeah. But
That is how we do
oh, and we had a PS2. But like the first like next gen console at the time that I got was a PS3 because Sonic Generations was coming out, and I was like, it's not on the Wii. No, I have to get a PS3 so I can play this game. And I did, and that's why I have a PS3. And through getting that, I like got into like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, and Far Cry and whatnot. And I just got into all those games. It was cool and fun.
Fair enough. I ended up getting the Xbox because it was cheaper. Xbox 360 was a lot cheaper than the
It definitely
PS3.
was.
So that's why I ended up getting the Xbox 360 for Christmas eventually, and then a few years later, I got the Xbox original for like $20 at like a garage sale. It was good. And then a few years later, I got a PS2.
The thing is with me is like I had heard of the like Red
I've
Ring
heard
of
tell.
Death, as it's known as.
Never seen it before
For a
though.
long
I've heard
time.
of it as well.
And
Yeah.
to this day, I'm still horrified that like if I were to buy an Xbox, that it would just die on me and just be upset for the rest of time. And it's just like I don't want to put myself through that.
There are multiple there's a couple different
My
even
PS3
with the Wii, there's
has
multiple
been
versions.
dropped out of a 2-story window and still functions. I'm not fucking taking my chances with an Xbox.
You
I
live
don't
your
trust
life
them.
bold.
No, it wasn't my fault. I wasn't the one that threw it out the window.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think you would be a thrower out a window type person. Do you not want? Do you want to go into that story a little bit?
It did land on
Please
grass.
want to go into that story? How did you think it thrown out a window?
My mom was mad at me because I like stayed up late at night too many times, one too many times, and just threw it out. And just she was like, "All right, take this, She was like, "Okay, so start unplugging this thing. I'm gonna take this." This had happened like a few times before. Like they would like just take the console and like move it somewhere else where I can't get to it for a while.
It happened to me once before.
It makes sense, but then I start handing her the things. Next thing I know, I look and like the window's open and she's just hold and just fucking chucks it. I'm like, what the fuck? What? No! Why would you do that?
That's a bold form of parenting that I could never. I've never done such myself. Wow. I've never had kids. I've never done such, of course. But I mean, I could never imagine.
Not learned my lesson though. It did not. That was not even enough.
My parents
to curb
did it
my
to me
behavior.
once, where they took my thing away and put it in a drawer somewhere, and we found it, but we were just we basically took it out. We played with it for a few hours while they were at work over the week because they were like, you can't have it for the weekend because you didn't get I don't know something played too much maybe. So we just took it out. We played it and then we put it back before they got home. Just put it back in the drawer. And they never did it to us again, which is good. So I never wanted to happen again. It was awful.
Of course.
It was so bad. It really did break my heart not to have my GameCube for 2 days for the weekend. Because why even have a weekend at this point, really? Why am I not allowed to have fun and enjoy life? Why do you have to take away the happiness from me? I get what you're trying to do, but I mean, come on. I don't know. None of my things have ever been quite thrown out a window before. so all that to say, never been thrown out a window.
Yeah, I think it's I've definitely mentioned it to people that my PS3 has survived being thrown out a window before. I don't think I've ever actually told that story before.
It's a good story. It's interesting.
It's an interesting story.
Oh boy.
I like never think I never think about the reason why it was actually thrown out the window. It's just funny to me that it was thrown out a window in the first place. And somehow survived.
Oh boy. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what
analogs.
analogs.
How it still works.
I'm just thinking about like what analogs could possibly, you know, you spend too much time watching TV, you spend too much time on your phone. What's the modern analog? Probably would be just chucking the phone out the window. I don't know. Parents probably pay for the phone, so I can't.
Chad
probably paid
PlayStation
for the
throwing
PS3,
out a window
so
for Xbox rendering of death. Yeah, exactly that.
That's what I was gonna say before we had that. I was gonna say you have to check the model. There are like the older, like earlier models of Xbox are more likely to.
I know there's like a difference between the older models.
There's the later ones.
I just have this general distrust, like just deeply seated into me.
It never happened to me. I've had it for like 3, 4. No, I had it for 3 years. I used it for 3 years. I've had it for probably like 6 or 7 at this point. I've had it for a while, just sort of sitting collecting dust. But even still, when I like turned it on like a year or 2 ago, like it was fine. But I did get a later model, of course. I mean, the Wii is also a thing where if you didn't know, the Wii had multiple models.
Yeah.
And the last model of the Wii they put out actually was not compatible with GameCube games.
Yeah.
They actually removed that feature, which was stupid. But they did that, and then they like price cut the Wii after they released like a model that had less features. So it's like kind of devious.
I mean, I'm still upset that my PlayStation doesn't have backwards compatibility with PlayStation 2. That upsets me. So I have to still have my PS2 just like hooked up when I want to play those games.
Yeah, I still have my PS2 hooked up.
Yeah, I mean I wouldn't get rid of the PS2. Like
you wouldn't throw it out a window like your mother?
No, I would not throw it out a window. It's also like small and compact and can easily be just like plugged in.
It could be even more easily thrown out a window.
It could be even more easily thrown out a window.
You have like literally no excuse at this point. But yeah, I mean that. Consoles are definitely an interesting thing. I never had it really growing up. It wasn't until like high school I had the Xbox original. No, it was probably like late middle school I got the Xbox original, but then like middle of high school I got a PS2. But I already had like the Xbox 360 like before either of those. But it was cool.
Where's my status?
When I got my
60...
Xbox, I had Shadow the Hedgehog and Counter-Strike Original.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Was cute.
I also have Shadow the Hedgehog for the PS2.
I also got Jet Set Radio Future.
Yeah.
And Sega GT 2003 combo disc, and it was sweet. Mostly for the Jet Set Radio Future, but
yeah, PS2 was
nonetheless.
PS2 was I think like the real start of like when I like became a gamer, like because like the GameCube I had like Melee for it, and that was like the first game I got for it. But like I had no one to play it with, so I would basically just like run through adventure mode over and over again. Yeah. And I like could not beat Master Hand or anything because I was lucky to have a sister.
I was lucky to have her sister, so I could play like Mario Kart, but she didn't like Smash that much because I was better at it, and it just became a thing where it's just like it's not fun for her.
And then it's not fun anymore. And then I also had Kirby Air Ride, which was also a multiplayer game that I had no one to play with. But
you actually had a sibling.
I did.
I mean, I also have a sibling, so that statement's a little bit.
My sibling is like much younger than me, so like yes. I was not able to play much with them. And it was also not willing to. Because they were annoying.
I like how you refer to your sibling as it.
It.
Yeah, it was
Did I say
younger,
it?
It was annoying.
I thought I said
yes.
This. Oh.
You definitely said it.
No, it's not that.
Yeah. Let me refer to it properly as him, because it is very rude, or I should say him is very rude. Let me just correct myself there as well. But nonetheless. Yeah, siblings. definitely fun for playing games. that is, again, if you have a sibling willing to play games, it's always cool. It's always good. I think that's probably
I had a
the reason
sibling
me and
willing to play
my
games.
sister
I didn't
browse.
have games I was willing to play with them, is the problem.
That's interesting.
So I got really into single player games for like a long time.
Yeah, I was always a fan
and
of
with
them,
the PS2,
but it was one of those things.
Like, my dad was actually like teaching our good friend Sam guitar at the time, and Sam, our good friend, had mentioned, hey, Sonic the Hedgehog's a pretty cool game. And so my dad got me Sonic Heroes for the PS2. And it was a fun time. I fucking broke 2 controllers trying to beat that game and still have not to this day.
Wow.
I was really bad at it. I was really fucking bad at it. To be fair though, that game is filled with way too many bottomless pits, goddammit. There's so many. It's so bad about that.
Sonic Heroes was difficult for me too. But that said, I think it's actually because me and my sister, the relationship we had, were just like we love playing games, but it was like, we'd get a lot of like single player games. We'd have like Animal Crossing where only one person could play. I think it's because of that we're just like, I'm fine with just like sitting here and not playing a game. Like, you could just like play Bloodborne, and I'll just like sit there and watch, and I'll be perfectly entertained.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's because of that. Like, as a childhood, we used to like have a lot of like, we play like Pokemon Coliseum. It'd be like only one person could play at a time. The other would just sit there and watch. And it was that like we learned to be able to have fun with that. All that whatnot, and also just having done that, I think makes that easier for us. Where other people, it's just like if they don't have something, they can't just like sit there while someone else plays a game, in front of them and just like have a good time. They'll like get on their phone or just start doing stuff like that. They have to have like some kind of thing. I'm just like, nah, this is fun. This is plenty entertaining. I have a great time just like watching someone else play a game. I've always been like that, just because I think it's because the way me and my sister, it was the little thing we had as kids. It was cool. We used to play games together. It was great. It was cool because we definitely did not have all multiplayer games. Well, that's sad. Man.
Fuck! I pressed B! I don't know which one is the right one.
Help! Chat!
I think no.
Help!
I think no.
Chat, please. That's a good idea. That was smart. Press it. Let's see. Oh, okay. I think that was a thing.
I don't. It's worded so confusingly. There we go. Okay.
Looks good to me. All right, that was close. All right. Well, will we actually ever get to the point where we get to grind or to farm?
I don't even know. We have not been able to get anywhere, like any progress in this dungeon without one of our compatriots fucking dying. Like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to make any significant progress into this.
I mean, we were planning on grinding, but I don't know how well that's going.
I'll be completely honest. I've just been trying to see how far I can get into the dungeon before anyone dies.
I'm perfectly aware of that fact. I'll be honest.
I've not been able to get very far at all.
I'm perfectly aware of that fact. I will be honest.
If I could just get back to where we were and then grind with the full party, I'd be fine. I'd be totally fine. But like, can't get there.
I know. We couldn't even get there the first time, so. Ooh boy.
Goddamn.
Oh.
Well, he died.
10th time's the charm.
10th time's the charm.
I think this is the one. I don't, I'll be honest. But, I'm gonna say it.
It wasn't the one.
It's not the one.
It wasn't the one.
Oh yeah, but you been up to anything else with games, Ivy?
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, actually.
I probably was. Oh,
I
remember.
think I had more to say.
If you have more to say, then
you had more to say?
No, it's a new topic, but you can continue.
Mine is going back on an old topic. Mine was harkening back to old to Mystery Dungeon. I had a few things more I wanted to talk about and whatnot. Again, the series is definitely like a love letter to Pokemon. Mystery Dungeon. It's very good. I very much enjoyed it, but again, I do have some like complaints and some annoyances with it. And in much the way that they did like speed wind the game. What's the word? What's the like? They made it faster, more accessible. This like speed wind, fasted it up the game, made it more accessible.
Oh, we're getting there. Oh, we are getting there.
What's the term I'm trying to remember?
Streamlined.
Streamlined. Thank you. Just like write that down somewhere for me. But yeah.
You just fucking carve it into your arm. Streamlined, just so you can fucking remember. I
need to remember. The dizziness is not fully gone away. Still disoriented to a degree, but this happens on a normal day. It's very streamlined, but there's a couple like features that are just like too streamlined, in the way that like in Gen 7 they add the thing where it's just like, oh, now you know if a move is super effective or not in the middle of the fight. They sort of have like little things like that where just like it kind of trivializes things, where there's like you press A and it'll automatically select the most applicable move.
No, we have not gotten the sword yet.
We have not gotten back to the place where you get the sword. We have not gotten back to the place where you get the sword yet. We've been trying so hard and failing the whole way.
Clawing our way back when we can't get there.
We've been fighting tooth and nail, but here's the fun fact: you don't win wars with tooths or nails.
No,
you use swords.
Really don't.
Swords are much more effective. We do not have any swords. Yeah, with them trivializing the certain things and just make it super like a little redundant. It's like you just press A, it automatically selects the best move, or most applicable, like the one that the AI would use.
What keeps bringing us down is these fucking alien motherfuckers. They keep diamondizing our entire party, and it's bullshit.
The mooks keep diamondizing the party.
Keep fucking instant killing us. Randomly.
Yeah. But, well, as I was saying, like, they have this other thing that is, I think, the thing that really annoys me, where you just press the L button, and your guy just starts auto-moving through the dungeon on his own.
Oh, that's annoying.
He just starts, like, going through the dungeon, just heading for the, just heading from room to room, without you having to do anything. It's just like, well, all I have to do is press L, he'll move until he reaches an enemy, and keep going, and keep going, keep going. If he's reached an enemy, he stops. Then I just press A, and it automatically selects the best move for me to use, and uses it in the most applicable fashion. And I just press L again, and it just keeps going until I find the exit. And it's just like, if it was just one of these things, maybe. I really just wish it didn't have the auto you run around the dungeon.
Yeah.
I really wish that was like, I could turn that off, because I'm just like, if you have these two things together, if you have even one, it's kind of like, but like the auto attack is like understandable. It's just like having them together, especially. It's just like, why play the game? It feels like you do that because you're not enjoying yourself. Because you're just like, I don't care. I don't want to do this. It's like that's like if you're not enjoying the game, why are you like enjoying the game? What are you doing?
That's why he's immune to everything.
Flame pendant.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Diamond band. What?
The flame pendant, apparently. I didn't realize that's what was making him so powerful. He can't take fire. He like barely takes any fire damage.
There's just been a lot of fire going on, I guess. Fair enough.
Yeah, they've been shooting him with fire constantly.
I have had no clue.
I mean, I don't know where to get more armor like that is the thing, though. Like,
probably not
like,
anywhere
it took us
simple.
like half the game to find any armor.
It's true.
Okay, so we're still not. I mean, we're at least at the point where we can
auto kill
the mooks when we encounter one of them from behind. So we're getting somewhere at least.
Yeah, we are making progress. We are getting stronger,
slowly but surely.
But That's good. But I mean, with like, it's just like it's a feature like that that I'm just like, as well as the feature Pokemon where it just sort of like tells you like this is super effective. You just use this move. What I mean, come on, just this move's better. I mean, if you're in like super duper like strategy, there might be actually a more effective thing, but it's just like, why not just like follow the guide that just says, oh yeah, this move is gonna do the most damage, like Gen 7. It's sort of that same where it's like, like I feel like by adding that, you're taking something away. I feel like it's doing the game a disservice by trivializing and just like streamlining it so much that you don't have to play the game and the game just plays itself. It's just like, I don't know, like, what are you going to enjoy? If you don't ever play the game, what are you going to enjoy?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You just, how are you ever going to get invested in it? I don't know. I'm just like, I'm sure I sound like, again, an old fart, but I'm just like, I don't understand. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Just like I think it's a little bit much, and I really wish you could turn that feature off. Of course, like it's Nintendo, so it's.
No.
I think it's
Nintendo is
Chunsoft.
very anti-options, and it's the worst.
They're very anti-options for some reason, but it's Chunsoft. But
it's because it's because they think that there's a right way to play video games, and that their way is the right way to play video games. Because they're
definitely
fucking pricks and uptight.
I'm a person who really loves having options. Like honestly, even if it was just like I have the option, if that thing is, if I had it as an option I could turn off, there's some I enjoy more about that than just not having it as an option at all. I very much enjoy just having the ability to turn something on or off, just having those settings. It's cool, I like it, but like being forced to have it and just like sometimes I accidentally press the L button, it's just like I start moving, I'm just like, no, I don't like that, stop it. It's just like, I don't know, it's something that just like sort of bothers me at my core, even though it's one of those things like, if you don't like it, just don't use it. That's totally fair, that's totally a fine argument, but at the same time, like, I just like wonder, like, I don't know how you're supposed to like enjoy the game if you don't play it.
Yeah.
Like you have too many options to just like too many things at your disposal so that you can do to just like not have to actually play the game or not like engage with anything at all. That I'm just like, I don't know how you're supposed to get invested. I don't know how you're supposed to like get interested in what's going on, because if you're doing those things, you're clearly not interested. I don't know how you're supposed to fix that if you start using them. You're just gonna just be like, oh well, just I don't know. It's just easier to do this. Why would I do the other thing? I don't know, but like, again.
Did we miss
it's
a
good
box in
game.
the pyramid?
Mystery DX, highly recommend it. What'd you say?
Yeah, we definitely went through the pyramid. I'm struggling to remember if we missed a box there. I don't think we did.
I think there was a room that we just never went in.
Oh.
In the room with like the hole in it that you could fall downwards. I feel like there's a door like you come in from the left side.
There's definitely a room that we
left.
just like gave up on going through because the enemies kept fucking murdering us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I don't really remember 100%. This is just me thinking he remembers, but not again.
Yeah.
I have no clue. Well, maybe
they suggested against the move
because
they have freeze beta, and it fucking like one shots literally anyone that gets hit by it, and it's bullshit.
Is that the 400 damage move?
Yeah, it's they just have that move on them, and they will sometimes just fucking murk you. I don't know, running away has never worked once, I don't think.
It really just does never work well.
It never works when I need it to.
Correct. It never works when we actually want it to. It just screws you over, because instead of like fighting the battle over,
instead of making
you just get like punched in the face until you die.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the way it has always worked like that.
Running away is an RNG thing.
Only
we have
running
been told that like the chances increase the longer the battle is of like you being able to run away. But I have spent like 10 turns trying to run away in a fight before, and it just did not work.
I feel like as the turns go on, the investment like gets up, like the stakes are raised, so it's like, why run away at that point?
Yeah, exactly. It feels counterintuitive.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, if it's like, oh, all my guys are dead, but it's like 100 turns in, and then you're just like, oh, I guess I'll run away to save myself. That's understandable.
Well kill
but,
the
like,
enemies and get the experience at this point.
correct, exactly.
Like,
I might as well just try and survive.
At least
might as well try and just like might as well just try and have this battle have been worth something now that 3 of my party members are dead, instead of it just being having been for nothing. Because I ran away, I don't get any experience, I don't get any of this, I just have 3 dead party members, you know. I don't know. There's something about that just like, it just has never been like a good option, I think. Start the fight as a red squirrel running away. Either doesn't work or it's very unlikely. That's interesting to know as well.
Hold on.
Yeah, if they catch you, then it's harder to run away. That is also worth mentioning.
That's also that's interesting. Why is that a thing? It's so weird.
I don't know. Well, if the enemy catches you with your pants, pants down, then it's hard to run away. If your pants are down, you're likely to trip over yourself. At which point they could easily catch up to you. I think it does make sense when you put it in that context. When you really sort of like put the logic to the words, it really does sort of like become clear. Like I think I'm a big fan of it now. I think it makes sense. It's more immersive that way. Really, I could put myself into the head of the character. It's good gaming design. How you doing? How you holding
always
up,
kill
Ivy?
Starman first. Okay. I figured I wouldn't be able to because he'd keep healing him. I guess that was a mistake. Never mind. I won't do that.
We probably are making lots of mistakes again. First playthrough, so
yeah,
we're trying as hard as we can, whatever that means. But it's as good as we can do for the most part. Well,
I did try it. My HP was maxed. Yeah, at that point though. I think it was that fight that we just did that I tried it actually.
Fair enough.
We can kill the Starman so much easier than the Mooks. Why are we able to one-shot the Mooks and not the Starman? I don't understand.
I'm not sure either, but
see, like we can kill them in one turn.
I assume it's just like a level thing, where it's like
probably just a level difference.
If this level is equal to
but the Mooks are so much more powerful than the Starman. I don't understand why I would think. Oh hey, what the what?
The Mook got you.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
You let the Mook get you from the side. You let him grab you right by the ghoulies. You were too focused on the Starman, waiting in the sky.
Didn't do that much. Okay, good.
Good.
I'm gonna fucking burn my big boy fire because I need to kill this Mook like now.
Probably for the best.
You need to let them warp into you for a green? That's how it works?
Well, no. It just like they usually just end up in that position, I guess.
Okay.
Because again, it's. I think they're trying to go behind someone, but because there's someone behind them, it hits them.
I guess.
More likely than it hits. I think it is also a gamble. And sometimes it's neutral, but I think for the most part, that is how we've ended up with greens against them. Was them trying to get the drop on us.
Well, hurt's dead. God damn it! I have to fucking leave again.
We understand. We know that like you have to get them from like the if you hit someone, like if the fronts connect, it's neutral. If the sides connect, it's neutral. If you get them, if you get someone's back, or if they get your back, then they, that's the one who has the advantage. It's just really difficult with most enemies to actually get advantage on them, except by accident, because they're always, whenever they see you, they're gonna face you and run at you.
Well, it's not even if they see, it's just if you're near them, they'll run at you. Like,
well, exactly. If you're in proximity to them, they will just like run at you, and so it's like, well, they're now facing you. So how do you hit them in the back if they're facing you and faster than you?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Except by accident, because you're running away, and one of your guys just sort of like smacks them as you like turn to flee. Like that's the only way it ever like happens, unless they teleport onto you, or you just get like lucky, and somehow it counts it as you hit it as you hitting them from the back.
Yeah, it seems just generally like really strange and inconsistent, and also
It
it's
does,
difficult to
yeah.
tell which way the enemies are facing because they only have one sprite.
Truth to that.
Or
But,
usually only have one sprite,
Usually,
like one or two.
I wish there was like just a move to just like leave the dungeon. Like there's teleport. I wish there was just like
I wish teleport could work inside a dungeon. Yeah.
I wish you could just like flee from the dungeon with like a PSI move.
Or if you could just
It would
like,
be so nice.
if you could just buy a bunch of escape ropes.
Yeah, if you could just have like lots of escape mouses.
Yeah.
If they weren't just like a commodity,
can
if they
only
were
have
something you
one.
could just have plenty, that'd be great. If it wasn't something you had to find, if it was something you could just like acquire, you could just buy a bunch of them. That'd be cool too.
I mean, that is
know,
what they're
but,
for.
like,
it's just that
They don't like come too often.
it's difficult
like
to come by them,
like, for
and
the
they
amount-
take up inventory space. So if you can't and you can only have one at a time.
For the amount of times we've had to leave this dungeon is probably several times over the amount of exit mouses we've even had available to us at this point in the game. So it's just like, even if we did use the exit mouse, well, it's like eventually, it's pretty soon, like, too bad, no more exit mouse, it's just gone until you progress through the game. But again, we're stuck on this part. We're probably going to be stuck later as well, if this is a bearing of tides. If this is what is to come now, it's probably what's to come later as well. Ooh.
Oh my, that's a lot of words. Move pattern is teleport. There's a way to take advantage of it. Stand just outside the teleportation range.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So basically, when they start to teleport, like right before they start to teleport, start moving towards them from like the other side of the screen. And so that once they're teleporting, you're moving into them, basically, where they are teleporting and hitting them.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That's probably just how
I
we've been
think so.
hitting them in general, because like they normally just teleport into us as soon as we start walking towards them.
Yeah, but instead of just letting it happen naturally, now we can master it and become the best.
I mean, the Starmen
best in
aren't
the
the
world.
issues; it's these guys.
It is truth to matter. It is the mooks that
Yeah,
are
because
doing
the
the
Starmen
most.
we can like annihilate pretty easily.
Again,
Yeah,
she was
we're-
alive.
Yeah,
She was alive,
We're
and
trying
now we're
to
trying
leave
to get
right now.
We're trying to leave to get her back up, because this is what keeps happening: is someone dies once we're like
As soon as
three
we're
areas
like,
in here.
like a room or two, once we get like 3 or 4 rooms in, someone dies, just miraculously, just something goes like horribly wrong at one point, and we just have to backtrack our way all the way back. It's not fun. Not having fun.
But yeah, this is the reason we haven't. Like, if we just like let people die and just kept going, we could probably get back to where we were. But it just keeps being like, usually again, if we lose 2 people, then we probably will just die on the next fight.
We have.
When we lose 1 person, it's just like, oh well, I guess we got to go back now.
Okay, we
And
do
it
have
just takes them so much time.
a
You
large
can't
amount
skip any
of
it.
life noodles. We have like.
At the same
Yeah,
time,
we
it's
have, like,
should
4 life
should
noodles.
we waste them? Like,
Yeah,
should
like
we
that's
waste them
also
now?
the thing. Is like we're
Exactly. It's like,
it's like
is it even worth it when we could just like,
is it worth using it like in this circumstance?
like I mean, we're already heading back, so we'd already have to go through.
Yeah, like we just have to go through
what we've
one more
just
room,
gone
and then we're back already, and then we have to go through this again. I guess like if we get far again, 4 is a lot.
I guess.
I think that's also like a revive that could be potentially used in like a desperate situation in like a boss fight or something.
Yeah, or against the final boss. Yeah, I
Or
don't
against
know.
the final boss.
I don't know.
We're both the type of people who will just hoard every single consumable
Correct.
we find until the final boss and still not use them.
Exactly.
That's just how
it's
video
too
games
good
are
to
played.
use. It's too good to use, or it's just it's a lot of that, but then also just like
It's either too good to use or too
can't.
situational to think of.
It's also true.
That is just my mentality towards every consumable in every video game.
I mean, it's fair. But also, like, I mean, to a degree, we
You're
do need
able to buy them
grind.
later? Oh fuck.
Revives or exit mice. Cup noodles?
The reviving things.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
we have like
But
infinite money. We can buy it. Well, I guess
that is good to hear, definitely.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Also, this has probably been pretty good for grinding money.
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, except for all the death, but like
Except for
even
the
still,
death, but you know.
even still, we could probably like call Dad, get some sweet hard ching.
God,
Also, because we are coming close to.
Do they always explode when you
hours.
kill them?
I don't know. I don't feel
You
like we
buy
see
Horns
that
of Life
enemy
in Saturn
as
Valley?
often. What? Oh, Horns of Life. That's right. You can. I do remember
Well-
that, but not really much about it. I don't even remember what it did. I just do remember Horns of Life being available. Butterfly.
Butterfly.
I like butterfly.
There's a healing that will revive you.
That's the best news I've heard.
That sounds
We
amazing.
don't have it.
Hold on, let me actually double check.
We ain't got that yet. It heals diamondized. It also revives unconscious.
Well,
How long have we had that?
I don't know. I'll be completely
How have we
honest.
had that? I'm actually upset.
Well,
What have we done? I know she's unconscious.
Well-
I know Dead is unconscious. I know. I'm so upset with us right now. I'm furious. How long have we had that and just didn't even know?
I'm just gonna keep walking in and out of the store until that fucking butterfly comes back.
Fair enough. Oh, well.
Let me also heal us.
Isn't that a fine how do you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like if I were playing this, if I were watching someone play this game and I knew about that, I would just be screaming the entire time. I swear.
that's
Oh my
absolutely
God.
yeah.
That's the type of like
I'm
just
sorry.
lapse in like things happening.
I didn't even
that
know
I'm
we
like,
had it. Like I just wasn't even aware we had it. I'll be honest. I didn't notice.
We must have like gotten it like last episode and forgot completely.
I'm sure. We might have even gotten it this
No,
episode,
it's
and I was
fine.
paying half attention.
This isn't on you. This is more on us.
No, this is on us.
This is definitely on us.
Well,
Is he
we
not
probably
gonna
should have been
respawn?
more aware of what's going on. No, not that way. Bottom downwards.
No, is the fucking thing gonna respawn?
Oh, sorry.
Where
I
is-
don't know.
He's not showing up.
Eats me.
How's enemies here? Oh, there we go.
There he is. There's the one.
There we go.
Is better armor?
What? Fuck.
I'll be honest, that could have gone either way.
I don't even.
Better armor in Summer Scrub, apparently. So, you know what? I mean, it sounds like a great idea.
I've been like at a loss for how to get how to get good armor for like a majority of the playthrough. So I don't know.
Maybe I don't know if we did buy stuff at Scrub. I'll be honest. I'm sure we maybe
think
did
we
something,
did.
but I don't. Maybe we didn't get the good armor. Maybe we're just like, oh, it's too much money to spend, being fools or something. And not, forgetting about the fact we have like infinite wells of cash at all times.
I don't know.
Honestly-
I think we just didn't get better armor.
There's a part of me that's like, oh, let's go, let's get that.
That's
it's
also a long trek.
It's worth finding out. It's a long, not a long trip there. It's a long trip back to here. Is
Yeah.
the thing.
I mean, we're also still like halfway through this dungeon. It's gonna be like a while.
I
to get out
don't know.
of here.
We're halfway through this part of the dungeon, with this phase of it, before it turns into the part with the gold guys. We don't know
At
how
this
much
point,
is
we
in
should blow our
that
money
dungeon.
on armor. Like, what armor do we actually have? Like, what would be? Oh, right. The diamond bands. That's why Sam is so powerful. Right. Yeah, I remember seeing that. The diamond bands were like really good, and I just didn't buy them because they were expensive. Even though we have infinite wells of cash. God damn it.
It was what happened.
That's exactly what happened. I knew they were good, and I chose not to buy them.
Your miserly ways have come to
oh, the
pinch you.
multi-bottle rockets? Yeah, we've got 3.
3? Yeah.
Not a lot, actually, now that I think about it.
Let's go back.
Are the platinum bands better than the diamond bands? I can't actually check.
I don't have any idea. It's not easy to check these things.
No. Because your defense, it doesn't say how much.
No, it never does. It never does. Diamond is better. Diamonds are forever.
Yeah, so, diamonds are forever. Let's go buy a bunch of diamond bands.
Let's go. Also, because we're coming up on time for the segment.
We're also coming up on time, so let's just do that and then
let's do that so that we don't forget about it for next time. If we do this, we're gonna have a much better time next time. If we don't do it, we're gonna be sitting in the same boat and just be sulking.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
For our own sakes, let's get some better armor.
Where even was it? Was that like in the darkness place?
It was Scaraba.
Or was it Scaraba? It might have been.
I think that's what was said.
We can check both. I think we have teleport.
What was the other place? Sorry.
Like the place south
Shy
of
Village?
Scaraba. I don't remember. No, not the Shy Village.
Oh, I mean the guy who stands next to the pyramid. The bottle rockets.
Best armor you can for them. What armors are the best armors actually? I still don't even know what body armor is even good because we just haven't gotten any for so long.
Summers also. It's either Scaraba or Summers is the place we want to find the good
definitely
stuff.
Sells the diamonds. I think that's right.
I believe it.
Let's go. Believe it. I will see it. So I'll hopefully stick to my word. Oh, shit, no,
you'll believe it. I'm gonna see it, and then I'm gonna believe it, and then it's gonna be beautiful. That's what's gonna happen. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Free. That's just what's gonna be. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be so freaking buff and cool for next week.
Yeah.
Unless we actually do a midweek stream, which we have been thinking about, but.
What days are you actually available during the week? Because I feel like I don't understand your work hours very well.
It might be changing next month, but for the moment, Wednesday is basically the only time during the week if we do a shorter stream. A 6-hour stream, I probably would not be able to do. Because Thursday I have
I think just one
segment stream,
like a one Wednesday thing, like one segment, 3 hours.
I think I could do that.
Anything to get through Earthbound faster, I think, is just beneficial all around, and also we'd be streaming more, so it'd be I think we should just do
Earthbound just getting ourselves out a bit more, all that kind of stuff. Just better. That, or we could play another game to just sort of palate cleanse and whatnot. But we also do probably want to get through Earthbound faster for the time being.
So I guess
probably maybe just a middle of the week we might actually do a 3-hour stream or something like that.
Yeah. So watch out on the Discord for anything about that. We'll definitely be
this is all up in the air, so if you're on the Discord, we always
on the Discord there will definitely be times and stuff for when we
will say we're gonna be streaming soon, that stuff. So this is all
we normally start at 4, but that's probably a bit too early for you on a Wednesday, I'd assume. I don't know.
That's true. I mean, also because it's gonna be a shorter stream, we can do it whenever for the most part.
Yeah. The time
Wednesday is basically
much,
the day I don't have a long shift. I do have a longer shift after that, but if it's just a 3-hour stream, that's absolutely gonna be fine. It's not gonna take that much out of me. I'll be able to handle it easy. It's just one segment. It's good. I think we can definitely do that. What? Oh, come on.
Why didn't that work?
I don't know. You gotta get timing. You gotta get the rhythm of it. That's the issue. You don't have the rhythm, but once you get it, you master it. That's what the thing said. You love to see it, at least. It's a little bit of hope every now and then when you get a smash. There's a little bit of hope in these dark times and dungeons. Genesis' awful trek back. You could probably just bring your pal back to life to make it getting out
I
of here
tried
easier.
doing that, it just didn't work for some reason.
The chat said it does have a chance of not working.
Oh, that's
You just gotta do it again. Yes, it is. But it's worth the chance to a degree.
Yeah. I just forgot to do it. Wait, can I do it in mid-combat, actually?
Probably
can. It's okay, we killed him anyway.
good.
Still, though, it sucks. It takes 20 PP to do that.
Well, I mean,
If it just...
it's kind of a good.
It's kind
move.
of good, but, like, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
There we go.
You gotta put the risk in. She's also at low health, probably, to heal her.
Probably makes sense, yes. Yes, it does. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes,
Much better,
indeed,
much better.
we do. Let me get him back up also. Well, good thing we did that.
Yeah, thank goodness. Show these mooks while it's done.
Mooks.
Also, I do love mook.
Mook
I
is
think
great.
it is actually just a word, but it's just a great word.
It's a
Look
pretty
at that
good word.
mook over there. I don't know why these guys are called mooks, in fairness,
I
but
don't know either.
hey, it's good. It's pleasant, and it's just a fun word to say.
That's
Honestly,
one word.
it's been making me happy because I'm not paying attention to all the rest of the stuff that should be making me very upset.
Oh my god.
I'm just ditzing and dawdling.
Well, Rip next. He
Well.
got one final attack before he died.
Mm-hmm. It was a valiant effort. Now we don't have enough PP to bring it back. So
I've not been using I have not been using PSI Starstorm much. Mostly just because I know it's powerful, but like it just takes so much PP that I'm like, do I want to use this all the time? It feels like a boss fight attack, not really like a general use attack. And
does
I'm like,
Next also have a magnet? I think is the one that like you drain.
I think
side points?
he might have magnet.
I know. I think him
It just
has
doesn't
which
drain a
is
lot,
good.
and sometimes enemies just don't have PSI to drain, which is annoying.
It's true, but these guys definitely use side attacks, so I think you can definitely drain from them. If need be. Yeah, I know Starstorm is definitely powerful because it is the final smash in Smash Brothers. So
Yeah.
like, it's got to be something.
Shit.
You know what I mean? It's got to be
And
something.
Ness can't even
good.
fucking use it. Why does he have it as his final smash?
I don't know. It's cool, baby. It's cool. That's all it needs to be. That's good to know, actually. In the future, more and more enemies are just gonna have Psy. Very foreboding, but in this context of
That's
using
kind
the
of a scary
Psy
statement.
magnet,
It's
good.
a scary and also beneficial statement.
Yeah,
Fuck.
a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I just hate how there is always something on top of the little manhole, whatever we pop out of. That is very annoying. I think every time so far that there has been something on top of it.
Right, immediately right there.
At least the enemies are pretty weak.
Yeah,
Even
at least
still.
we're much stronger than these bears.
Let's bounce. Oh yeah, probably should heal before we bounce. Good
Yeah.
thinking. Better thinking than I was doing.
Nice. Probably safe right now, actually. Before we go on another long venture.
Yeah,
And also it gives us
that's
some more money.
moolah. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, yeah, I know Nex doesn't, like... He's not great with physical, and he hasn't been... But, like...
When we get that sword, let me tell
a lot
you.
of his moves just take up a lot of PSI. Or a lot of PP, so I'm, like...
Mhm.
Trying not to spam them too much, like I am with Paula. It's so
tough
hard
one.
to use the wrong names.
They're right in front of you
I
at all
know
times.
I know the names are right there and I can read them, but like it's not what I
Even
know.
the chat is doing better than
Even
you.
the chat is doing better than me.
Hold on before you go to Summers!
There might be better armor in the deep darkness. We can just teleport there if there is.
What's the deep darkness?
It's the frickin' the place.
What?
It's like the jungle place where the shy men are.
We can't buy things from them though, because they're shy, right?
No, there's these guys.
Oh, I didn't remember this. I thought it was the shy people.
No, it wasn't.
I also
this
didn't
guy?
remember this.
No, it wasn't this guy. Someone else. Someone else.
I
Here.
don't know.
Shut up! Ah! There we go. Was it this guy?
I didn't even see that one.
No.
Good eyes.
Is it this guy?
How are you? I'm not a bad guy. It's not a village. It's not even a village. I like this guy though. I like the cut of his jib. A, do you want to buy? B, do you want to heal?
Yep. I forgot to bring money
We
with me,
didn't
and there's no
pull out
ATM right
any
here.
money, but we know what we need.
What is a charm coin? What?
Well, it's good.
What's also
nonetheless.
annoying about the like armor system is that like I don't know what goes in what slot when I buy it.
So you don't know if you're buying two things for the same slot sometimes. Yeah. It's true. And also you don't know how much better something is than the other thing, so you just have to buy one, and hopefully the first thing you buy is the better. Usually it's the more expensive one is the better, but you know, even still, it's a little odd.
Hopefully I can use teleport here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to Summers.
Back to Summers.
And then get run over by another taxi.
Mm-hmm. What a beautiful place.
Should be an ATM here.
Wait a minute. Gotcha. I didn't realize they'd charge you a fee. That's cruel. Hopefully Summers don't.
That's probably enough, right?
No. That is not enough for 2 of the diamond bands, or
Right.
the other coin. They're 5,100 for each. 500. It's like 5,139. I think it was what it was for the
Something like that.
diamond band. But then there's also that
Right. No, you can't.
something or other coin.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing why. It's because there's more digits in the actual balance than there is.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
That's what was fucking me up.
Probably don't need that much, but sure.
It's fine.
Yeah. Careful of taxis. No, you
We could
can never
we
trust
could probably
them.
insta-kill the taxis now, actually.
Oh, you know, you probably aren't wrong. Probably
They'll
correct.
stay away from me now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's half the price in Deep Darkness? Then let's go there.
Well, yeah, deep darkness it is. Let's go. Now let's get those goods.
Get the goods.
Let's go through his long-winded speech again.
Yep.
Economic power, small rural business, yada yada yada. Tough to travel this far, best opportunities. He's tough, businessman, yes sir. Representative of the doctor over there, want to buy. Hey, he has to say this is Road Village. Yada yada yada. Hey, yay. Okay, here we are.
Diamond Band.
Let's take. There's 2 of those and then the coin.
Fuck.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes.
Like-
Okay, that gives us
Ooh,
10 more.
Not bad.
Yes, I'd like to sell the Platinum Band.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Buy.
Yep. You go for it.
No, it's just like I can't equip it here, so I'm gonna have to talk to him again to sell him. Someone else will carry it.
Well, yeah, also, in fairness, just equip it, and then you'll sell it, and then we can see if the sleep coin, or whatever it was, the coin, if it was better than whatever you had. If it is the same, I should say, armor type as, and if it's better or worse. Probably will be a separate thing, I think, but even still, we'll find out.
Give that to him.
Alright.
Equip. Diamond
Good
Band.
stuff. Let's defense up 20.
Nice.
Nice indeed. And then see what we got. So basically, the way we named the characters was, it says, oh, give him, or is like, name him. So we said, okay, name him. We'll do that. Sure.
We named him.
His name is him. Name her too. Okay, we'll name her too. Fair enough.
But it didn't fit within the character limit, so we just wrote her T because it's not enough room for two.
It's a name. Name your friend. There wasn't enough room, so we just went with Sam because Sam was my friend.
Yeah, Sam was my friend.
I love Sam. We all love Sam around here. Then it said, oh, and name him Next. So we named him Next. We said, sure. We won't argue, The game said the game wants us to name him Next.
This is what the game
We'll
wanted.
name him Next. The game asked politely, so we obliged. We said, okay, sure. We're not going to fight you on this. We'll be respectful if you are as well. His name is Next now. It's funny. However, her T has just been a thorn in our side for the entire playthrough, where it's just like, immediately it's like, oh, that's funny. Then about 5 seconds later, after we started, we were just like, no, this was a mistake. Oh, why did we choose her T? Is it her? Is it her T? Hurt? What is? And it was like a thorn in our side. We're just like, we don't know what the name is. We just kept going back and forth for the whole until we were like in like summers, and we were just like, it's hurt.
Yeah, even then we still go back and forth.
Down.
We decided. What weapon do we have for Sam?
It'll flee my mind for a second. I just won't think. I'll just be like, oh yeah, her T, hurt. I'll just like go back and forth between the two of them without thinking.
Yeah. So him has Big League Bat, Night Pendant, Diamond Band, Charm Coin. Her T has Deluxe Fry Pan, Travel Charm, Diamond Band, Talisman Ribbon. Sam has the Death Ray, Flame Pendant, Diamond Band, and Souvenir Coin. What is the Souvenir Coin? I don't even remember this one.
Well, he has it.
He has it.
Then Next.
And then Next has nothing because he can't equip anything that
Correct.
isn't named.
That's
Kane.
right. Good point.
I can periodically flip through fucking Death Ray. Yeah, Death Ray. He shoots people to death.
He actually does kill people from time to time, so I think is quite aptly named. I think if it was, it would be misleading if it weren't.
Yeah,
that is its purpose. That is the intent of the Ray. Honestly, it's just good at it's reverse false advertising. It's good advertising.
We sell the
truthful. Figured it out.
Oh.
Truthful advertising. That's what they call it. I did it.
Yeah, we sell the things to them.
I'm not an idiot. I wonder if you sell for less here as well. I don't know, maybe you would sell for more because, conversely, I have no idea. Never mind. I don't have a clue. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
I'm just gonna hope that the sell prices are homogenous.
Any case, money is relevant. Irrelevant. There we go.
If anything, all this does is just lower the cost of the things we already have.
If anything, it just clears up inventory space.
If anything, it just clears up inventory space.
The money is just it's like a nice like secondary. It's just like a nice
bonus.
Added bonus. It is nowhere near our actual intent at this point.
What's him?
He just wants some room in this goddamn inventory of ours.
Big League Bat.
Yep.
We did get that really bad bat that is really powerful but never hits.
Casey bat.
Yeah, but we put that in the storage.
In storage because it has a 25% chance of hitting, which is abysmal. And not fun, because if you're playing an RPG, like a 75% chance to hit is basically a 50% chance to hit. A 25% chance to hit is never going to work. is never gonna.
Literally never
gonna
hit. And it's
0%
and
chance.
it gets us what, like 100 more damage on our swing.
Basically, it did do a lot more damage.
Like it does do a lot more damage, but it's never gonna hit. Yeah. So I think consistency is much better, and I think most people would agree.
It's like one of those things, like a giant bash sword that could like cut a dragon in half would be a great weapon to have if you could actually, hold it. It's like, it'd be really effective if you could actually use it, but you can't. So it's not a useful weapon, even though it would be more powerful than like a little dagger. But sometimes you don't have the ability to be like, an anime, a super, main character who can, like Cloud, who can hold a giant Buster Sword. Sometimes you just have to be like, well, I could just have a dagger and that's it. You just have to live with yourself and a day. I don't even remember what this conversation was about, but, it's just what it is. It was about the Casey bat, now I remember. Figured it out. And did it. Stabby, how you doing? How you holding up?
Doing alright.
It's good.
Just looking over these things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just glad. I'm glad to see that, everyone's doing better. Should we check Scaraba to see if they have anything?
Carrot key? What?
I don't know if we have a carrot key. I will be honest. I think we do not.
I mean...
I remember no such thing.
I don't remember any carrot keys. But yeah, we should check Dalam also, I think.
Sure.
Or no, wait, Dalam? Wait.
Yes.
In Dalam?
Yeah, what? Dalam it's that place next is from. It's
What?
Yeah.
Why is there a carrot key there?
I don't know.
Did you fight in the sewers in Forside?
No.
No.
No. Again, if there's side content or extra stuff, just assume we have not done it and have no clue that it even existed. This is our first time playing, and we basically are idiots. So, if there is side content, we don't have a clue.
Okay.
Just assume that it is a safe
then. Because we should probably,
guess so.
Because we should probably get this done while we can.
Well, I mean, if you want to, the other thing is we are over for this segment.
I don't think it matters that much. Yeah. How do we get to the sewers, though? I don't even know. I don't remember anything like that here.
I guess just look for a manhole cover.
I guess so.
And then just try checking it. See what happens. Death trap intersection. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that little wall there. It just seems like a bad idea to have it.
It's for thugs.
But it's not a sewer.
To go to the museum. To the scientist.
There's an open manhole over there. What? That's looking promising. You did not see it? You didn't see it?
Where?
Did you not see it, Ivy?
No.
Go down and to the right. No, go right.
What the fuck?
Keep going.
What the fuck?
See that?
What is all that shit?
You did. I don't know how you didn't see that. Like about 5 seconds. Talk to that person.
I was not looking.
Why don't talk to that person who's looking over the fence?
No, they're saying.
Why are you going towards it?
Something in the museum, apparently.
That
gets us there.
Fine.
I think that's probably the other side of it, like what we get from going through.
That's very possible too. I have no idea. It's worth investigating though, at the very least. I love dinosaurs. I love them as a kid. Allow the entrance, please. We beg it. Present us your finest scientist. We must obtain things. Hello, sir. Are you a scientist? Are you part of that scientific variety?
Okay.
What's happening? I'm not paying much attention. What's going on? What's he doing?
Right, I'm remembering now. So.
What are you remembering now?
So we need to go. I think we. So I remember this guy talking. We need like some sort of piece of paper.
Yes.
To get the autograph of the, like one of the actors from the.
Runaway 5.
Not the Runaway 5, but like the. From. In that the in this place. Not this place. The place next to this place. What's it called?
I don't know.
There's a freaking theater here, and there's like
Oh,
an actor.
gotcha.
The place formerly known as Jazz.
Place formerly known as Jazz.
Wait, actually, hold up.
What?
This isn't supposed to... No, this isn't supposed to be based on New York, right?
No, it's San Francisco.
Okay, yeah, it's San Francisco. That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
What? What do you wait a minute?
Because if it was in New York, this would definitely be based off of Jazz, the place known as Jazz.
I mean, maybe it's a reference. I don't know. It'd be odd if they decided to cram in a reference to New York and San Francisco, but I mean, they can.
Jazz is a pretty sick transformer also.
Get the butterfly.
Oh, butterfly.
Yeah, the butterfly.
Nice.
Well, I guess we're trying to get an autograph
from
the singer. Well,
we don't have paper though, or anything paper-like.
I mean, it doesn't stop people nowadays who just like sign my kid. She could sign your ticket, maybe. I don't know. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's go. Just go for it, see what happens.
Oh, baby. Baby. Don't make me hurt so bad. These guys are all stone cold. Gone for you. Ow. You cute, sexy thing, you. Baby, sing to me. Sing to me only. Baby, Venus. Just sing, and I can die a happy man, baby. I want to hold you tight. Venus, baby. Boo hoo hoo. Venus, sob sob.
Also, that was a very beautiful slam poetry he did there. You sound like the person in the coffee shop with the bongos. Whatever that's called. I think that's slam poetry, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Stand-up poetry.
I don't know if that's slam poetry.
It's what is that called? It's something like that. I don't know. I've never been to a coffee shop. I don't drink coffee, so I don't understand these things. Also, I wasn't a beatnik, so it really isn't a thing in my generation. Who's this hooligan? Who's this ruffian? What is he doing?
He's standing.
I don't like him. I don't like this.
I'm glad he's gone.
Oh, that was tense and worrying. I feared for my own safety.
That might be the guy from the museum, actually. He looks kind of similar.
Very possibly is. One might say so. Whoa! Oh my God! Someone stop him! Stop him! Holy shit! Wow! That was crazy. What? I can't believe we actually just saw that. Wow. This is gonna be all over the news. What are the odds we actually just went to the theater and that actually happened? That's incredible.
I don't know, dude.
Wow. It's not every day you go to the theater and someone actually just runs up on stage.
No, not every day.
That's crazy. I can't believe we saw that live. We saw that in person.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that you're gonna remember
forever. You're gonna remember for the rest of your life.
Wow. And she just goes on with the show.
Yeah.
Unless she's just leaving now and just going off. No, she's on the curtain.
I don't know if it's the curtain.
She's standing on the curtain. She's floating and hovering.
I don't think she's floating and hovering. I think that. It's just the shadows. Okay.
I thought it was a curtain.
Yeah, because because all the downstage is lit, and then all backstage is.
Still a little confusing, but fair enough. Like if she moved at half of a tile, I'd understand a bit more. Otherwise, it just looks like she's kind of just like flying up in the sky. Fair enough.
Hello.
We saw you almost get assaulted on stage. That was cool. we got an autograph?
On this banana peel. Nice.
All right. Wait, what was the bonus?
Wait, what was the bonus? What did we?
I thought it
got
said.
bonus?
I thought it was like you
Sign
get a
banana.
signed banana and as a bonus something that started with an S. It was either smack or smooch or something, and I don't know which it was. Probably not the smack, but I don't think it was the smooch either. Something that started with an S. I'm curious now.
I got slapped.
It's gonna eat at me. I gotta know.
Damn.
Man,
Rip him.
we should record a video of that. It's cool. Can't
If
believe
only we had that on recording and we could go back and see what she said.
it would have went. No, I mean like the near assault that happened on stage. That
okay.
If we put that on like Instagram, that probably would have gone viral. Like being there live at like a place while someone almost got assaulted. That's freaking crazy. That would have been cool. Could have got so many clicks.
Yep.
Whatever they have on Instagram. Definitely not clicks. It's on a phone, not a computer. Does Instagram even have a website, or is it just an app?
I don't.
I think
know.
I assume it's just an app.
A website. I've definitely seen some things from the website.
Is it? I thought it was. I think it's just an app. I have no idea though. Maybe it is a website too. I have no clue. I'm not hipping with it. It does have a website. I had no idea. I actually just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know if it does. I've never heard anything about it. Fair enough. Well, what do you know? I guess that's confirmation enough for me. What? A monster rat of unusual size? Rats
That
of
sounds
unusual
dangerous.
size?
I should probably go save. There's a safe point here?
I feel like
there was something by the desk. No.
Maybe a hotel around here you could save at. But definitely not in here. Probably also, we're coming back to this we're probably supposed to have found this side content much earlier in any case, to be honest.
Probably true, but I might as well save just in case. Is this a house? No.
Nope. You always check the map. Hospital?
No, that was the other museum in Summers. God damn it!
Wait, what happened?
What?
What? Wait, what other museum in Summers?
What
does that mean?
Right, yeah, the museum in Summers was where the one with the telephone. Yeah, that one had a telephone.
I can understand what's happening.
There's no hotel. Oh my god.
I thought you meant you have to go to you were supposed to go to the other museum in Summers.
That's what I thought at first.
This
and
was
I
just
realized
nothing.
what they were talking about.
I was like, wait, was this all just funny, haha, not actually side content? This was just a cool, oh, look at that.
Yeah,
look out for
run away. Yeah, get out of here.
Fucking coward. Look at him run. Steer clear, Mr. Carr.
There we go.
I assumed we were gonna go do a dungeon. I assumed that's what it was gonna be, I'll be honest.
Should we stop here then, or should we?
I think so. A dungeon's probably gonna be a little bit, so
yeah.
I think we should move on to the next game for now.
All right. I think.
Take a short break in between.
I think that's. Oh wait, we didn't. Oh well, doesn't matter.
What?
I didn't press no to continue.
Whatever.
All right, I think we're gonna end off here. We will hopefully be
this
back
is it for
on Wednesday.
Earthbound for tonight. We will be, however, continuing the stream. It's not over yet. We're going to be playing some Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2.
That is true.
Following a short break, a short intermission, where we can all rest, restock. During that intermission, I'm going to put out a high recommendation of a couple things I mentioned earlier. Check out the Ghost Stories dub. Just look at a couple clips online on YouTube. It is very fun. It's a great time. It's a romp. That, or look at what is it? The noise. What is it? Wavy News YTP or Noise Puppet. There's an actual news station called Wavy News, so they will come up first. But the YouTube poops are very it's just a cute little fun thing. They're very short. They're simple. Those are my recommendations. On that.
Well, on that
note, we'll be back soon.
We'll be back soon. Thank you for being here.